think we love. New pinned chat. You can now pin a message at the top of your live chat for viewers to click and... That's not new. Why did I get a message saying, hey, guess what? Pinned messages is now a thing. That's always been a thing. The hell? Oh my gosh. How is it looking so far? Right. Hey, you guys, says Darren. What's up, man? It's Dixie. We got Shay. Margaret re-upped her membership. Thank you, as always. Got Phil. What's up? Good vibes. Ginger Geek. I'm doing all right. Had a little bit of a late night doing a couple of recordings. But thankfully today I got to sleep in. So it was, yeah, I don't know. It was nice. Because I thought I had to wake up for some other stuff, but thankfully, turns out, I got to skip all of it. So, easy little morning so far. But I got, well, I don't know if I'll feasibly be able to do it all tonight. I got 4 things to record later this evening. Might push some of that to tomorrow, but, God, this week is going to be insane. But how's everybody else's weekend going so far? What's up, Oversmith? Are you going to react to the Continental miniseries? The usual reactors seem to miss it. Well, I'm not planning on it right now. Just from the trailer and word of mouth and I also looked at, this is a very YouTuber thing to do. I looked at how it was doing for other people, and it's not very good as far as views and stuff, and these are lengthy episodes, but I don't know. Maybe some people were just waiting for it to all to be out because it's kind of a chore, these 90-minute weekly episodes. So I don't know. I was planning on it originally, and then I decided to take it off my schedule because I honestly wasn't, like, I'm not interested in the idea or expanding the world of John Wick and stuff like that, but like what I saw of it just didn't interest me. Like, none of it seemed like I needed to watch it. Like, the trailers I didn't think were very good, and the word of mouth has not been very good. So, and I if you look at the schedule I posted on the community tab, man, I am not doing okay right now. Loki premiere was so good. Yes, indeed, it was. I really enjoyed it. What's up, Caleb? Little Huntress emblem there. Nice. Would you rather have Miles' Venom powers or his invisibility? Oh, if I had to pick between the two, invisibility. Way more practical. Lots of things you could do with that. I've seen the first 2 of the Continental, but not the finale yet. So far, it's fine. Good enough. Action has been lacking, and that's the whole draw to these things, man. That's what I thought from like the trailer. I was like, the action looks a little but yeah, side plots aren't that good. Main stuff, good enough. I probably asked this before, but if you could attend 2 MCU premieres, including the shows, what 2 premieres would you go to? I'll ask for a clarification for something that is coming out or something that already came out. Like, is there something that's come out in the past? Would I have loved to have been to the premiere for that? Or something that's not out yet? I did not like the Continental. I was so bored. See, it's stuff like that. I've seen a lot of that. What's up, Omni? Football as well. Finally made it to a live. Cheers, everybody. What's up, Saber Smith? Welcome. Just curious, based on the name, how many sabers do you have? I'm just curious. Should have made it a movie. Well, it would have been a long movie. Each episode's what, 90 minutes? Be challenging, but I don't know. If they trimmed out all the fat, maybe it would work. a little better as a movie. I don't know. I can't say for sure. I just know what I've heard, and I haven't watched it for myself yet. What's up, Jamie? It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday. I won't go into the whole spiel and song, but I hope you have a great little, what was I about to say there? My brain shut down mid-sentence. Hope you have a great birthday. Eat some good food, or at least just relax. Have a good day. That's what I like to do on my birthdays anymore. It's just have a day where I just don't do shit. Saw Exorcist last night. It wasn't scary at all, but the story was so good. Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't expect it to be scary, to be honest, but the trailers were awful to me. Like, every trailer just made me look like this movie looks like dog shit. So I don't know. Again, that's just what the trailers sold me. That doesn't mean it's a fair representation of the movie. I have zero intention to actually go see it, at least at the theater. So I don't know. That's where I'm at right now. But that's the first positive review I've actually seen about it, though. What's up, Shiloh? Welcome. Hola. Did I watch The Creator yet? I have not. I had a great time with it. Wish it was longer to flesh out some stuff, but still pretty great with the visuals and the acting. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet. Dude, I saw Saw 10 last weekend, and I still haven't found the time or motivation to post my review for it yet. Not because I didn't like it, it's just I've been so overwhelmed with everything else on the channel and getting ready for this upcoming week and stuff. I just haven't had time to devote to that. So, short end of it for you guys here, I really liked it. I think it is the second best Saw film in the entire franchise. And the first film, I'll be honest, like, I'm biased because of the impact that first one has. Like, if you take that away, like the shock factor, the fact that you were there for the first time, all those things that make the first film iconic, the firsts of the franchise and all of that out of the equation, I do think that Saw X is a better film. But the first film is just more impactful, if that makes sense. So that's the only reason I can't put it above it personally. But I do think the Saw X is a better movie. It was really good. Really good. But I have not seen The Creator yet. But Saw X was like the first film I saw at the theater since Blue Beetle. And I was going to go see The Creator, but again, I just have not found the time. And then this weekend is actually, I don't even know if it came out here or not, to be honest. I was wanting to see Killers of the Flower Moon, but I don't think it released here, at least right now. Sometimes there's a delay on those limited release stuff. Yeah, the only new movie that came out this weekend is Exorcist Believer, and like I said, I don't plan on going to the theater to see that. I still haven't seen The Nun 2. I still haven't seen Dun Money. I'm so behind on theatrical releases at the moment. Something's coming out in phase 5 or 6. So if it's a premiere that's coming up, give me Daredevil and give me, let's pick a movie. I guess Secret Wars, I guess, could be an interesting premiere. I'm also blanking on what's coming out right now. Don't worry, Omni. When Gen B's over, I'll pay for our therapy. Sean, don't make promises you can't keep. Deadpool. Forgot about Deadpool. Scratch that. Deadpool. Daredevil and Deadpool. In 1 week, Ahsoka finished, which was brilliant, and then we got Loki, which was fantastic. Agreed. Love your reaction to the first One Piece episode. Haven't watched episode 2 yet. Well, it's up. It's ready to go. Let me know what you think once you've seen it. I'm really liking the anime so far. Loving it. Like the Marvel's premiere to Secret Wars. Gotcha. Won't spoil it, but the action sequences in the final episode, chef's kiss. I really like the Continental. The story's all over the place, but the finale was awesome. That's interesting. That's a fair thing. So it is all out now, right? Maybe I'll watch it eventually, but I don't have any plans to watch it right now. There's just too much on my plate right now. Have I seen Talk to Me? I have. Check out my review. It's on the channel currently. It was awesome. I'd say that's my favorite horror movie of this year. Not that I don't know that I've seen that many horror movies this year, but it's definitely made it for me. Talk to Me was crazy. It was really good. That's what I mean, Omni. As long as they long episodes and it's caused the side plots, if they streamlined it, it could be a good 2 hour, 30-minute movie. I don't know why I stopped myself and corrected myself there. I was saying it correctly that time. It's a day. I'm going to Galaxy's Edge at Disney in 3 weeks. I plan on shelling out that $250 to create the custom lightsaber. If I did eventually go, I would also do the same thing just for the experience. So, I get that. Get that. As of right now, I have 37 sabers. That doesn't include the pre-ordered Balins. There's a Balin out. Who's got the Balin one? Because I don't believe it's official. But I know there's a lot of great saber smiths that make not replicas, because legally they can't say that, but like homages to classic or to known designs. I do like his saber though. That would be cool. But 37. How many do I have? Well, I can't count my brothers. I've got my brothers here, so that doesn't count. I've only got 5. Y'all. Heyo, haven't been able to catch the live streams in a while due to work. Hope work's going well. Not being too crazy. Hope all is well. Been loving the content. Thanks again. Thank you, Terry and Joe. I really appreciate that. Show up when you can. No rush, no foul. Yeah, life is way more important. You think the MCU has made Kang a threat yet? Not really. They've said he's a threat, but I have yet to see and feel that threat yet. Your outfit in the One Piece anime episode 2 reaction was fit, to be honest. Hell yeah. I actually ordered a actual Luffy costume, like the vest and everything for that, but I instead tried to get something close to the episode 3 shirt that he was wearing in the Kuro section, but it wouldn't come in time. But I found that one, which has the same color scheme, even though it's more fall themed, which fit the sponsorship that I got for that episode, for that video. So I just went with that. Plus, I didn't feel like anybody needed to see my pits during the reaction, so I still have the Luffy outfit. It's out in the hallway, but yeah. I only have 2 working sabers and 3 in pieces/hilts only. Yeah, I have I have blades for all of mine. I forgot one. I think I have 6. Might be miscounting here. So I got Anakin. I got Anakin's saber, the Black Series Revan saber. I have both of Revan's sabers, both his Jedi and Sith saber from a different vendor. No, I got 5. I got 5. And then Cal Kestis's saber, which came with the hell's that on my hand? What the hell's on my hand? Oh, I scratched my hand somehow. I got like a scab on my hand or whatever. Don't know what happened there. Anyway, I've got 5. I got the Cal Kestis one that came with Jedi Survivor. What do I think? What do I think a perfect season of a show? 6 episodes is considered too short. 22 episodes is considered too long. I think 8 to 10 is this. 8 to 10. Let's say 8 to 13 is the sweet spot these days for a good show. Because I feel like a 6 episode thing, depending on the episode length, I think you could probably streamline most of those into a really good movie. But, I mean, Ahsoka, I really enjoyed all of it. There's not much I would cut out of Ahsoka, but I do think it's possible to have probably have had that streamlined down a little bit more too. But I think the sweet spot is 8 to 13, somewhere in there. I'm telling you, Omni, it'll be hard to watch stuff sometimes, even if you hyped. Like, I ain't even watched Gen V yet, though I love The Boys. Just haven't been in the mood, though. Looking forward to when I do. See, that's the thing, too. A lot of it comes down to just vibes, and I just have not been in the vibe to actually go into that, considering from what I've seen, I'd have to pay for it. Not just the subscription, but like for the editing, the time I'd be lost out on that I could be putting onto other stuff. There's just a lot of things that are demotivating me when I'm not personally also hungry for it myself right now. If I was hungry for it myself, that would be a different story, because I'd be fine with making the sacrifice to cover it. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just not that motivated right now to watch it. Do you have any favorite DC character that is underrated that people barely know who they are? People barely know who they are. Who would be the closest? And it's hard to say, like, who is like, It's a tough question, actually, because most of the people I would immediately lean to, I don't personally feel like they're underrated. I mean, Swamp Thing, I think, is on that line, which is, like, the Swamp Thing movie that got announced is one of the things I'm really, really looking forward to. But is Swamp Thing really underrated, or just not, well, I guess not well known is also a factor. But we've had Swamp Thing movies, we had the Swamp Thing animated series, we had the Swamp Thing live action show not too long ago, so he's having stuff made about him. Zatanna is very popular in the animated sphere, the comic sphere. Maybe general audiences don't know Zatanna very well. I would love some more Zatanna stuff. Zatanna I love. I don't know, man. Deadman? Hell, fucking people aren't waking up and watching Doom Patrol. Let's do some Doom Patrol. Dude, that's another one, though. I'm so ready for Doom Patrol to come back, even though I know next to no one watches reactions for Doom Patrol. But I'm going to be watching Doom Patrol. I think 10 to 13 is a good season length, though 8 can work well to still feel like a show. Agreed. Deadpool Secret Wars. What's up, Renan? How's it going? Going pretty well today. How about yourself? Obviously joking. Pay for your own. I won't. They said Fantastic Four cast will be announced when the strike's over. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. I think Marvel made Kang a threat in Loki with He Who Remains. Again, it's a lot of things we've heard. Like, they were just like, here's the thing that's... I haven't felt that we believe he's a threat, but I haven't seen why we should think he's a threat, other than they hate each other and they're going to fight each other. But yeah, Kang was pretty easily defeated in Quantumania, but that ending, just seeing Scott absolutely paranoid that it may have effed up, but then he just brushes it off, you know? But yeah, Quantumania really took the piss out of the whole setup for me. What's up, Felix? How you doing? Usually hyped when so much content comes out per week, but currently it's hard. Like, I just don't want to get I just don't got the motivation to watch everything day one, even if I'm into it. See, that's the hard thing too. See, this is another one. No One Will Save You is definitely the best horror film I've seen this year. I haven't had time to watch that too, and that's especially since I'm still in my X-Files kick. I really do want to watch this one. I've heard nothing but great things about it. And I want to watch it. Right now, I don't have the time. And it sucks. What's up? Just got here. Not much. Just kind of shooting the shit right now. Welcome, welcome. Jump in. Only got 4 seconds. What if the post-credit scene in Loki Season 2 has the TVA going after Deadpool next while Loki and Sylvie find out about the Kang Dynasty? That could be interesting. That could be fun. You think the TVA could go after characters that can break the fourth wall, like Deadpool and She-Hulk? I mean, I don't see why not. I think it would be cool that the next time we see Scott, he's just that conspiracy meme from Always Sunny. He's ranting about Kang to everybody who will listen, and the Avengers decide to have him committed. That would be terrible, but also I wouldn't put it past him at this point. Jumanji. Jumanji takes on a whole new meaning thanks to Gen V right now, at least in my immediate thought processes. And boom, that's how we bring in Moon Knight into the main story of the MCU. Scott meets Mark and his alters. Okay, I can see what you're building there. I like that. You think we see Barriss Offee in Ahsoka Season 2? I honestly feel like they're done with her. Maybe. There's always that possibility, but if Season 2 we're still on Peridia, it would make no sense for her to be there. Does Ahsoka Season 2 get greenlit? Not as of yet. There are talks about a Season 2, but nothing official has been said yet. Yeah. Not that I've seen. Unless things have changed as of today, I haven't seen anything. I don't have any sabers, but I do have a sonic screwdriver. 9 out of 10 one. What does that mean, 9 out of 10? Oh, 9 and 10s. Right, okay, duh. Sorry. I don't know why I was like, are you rating the sonic screwdriver you have? And a Harry Potter wand. I do not have any wands, though. I do have 4 sonic screwdrivers. Though, I do have a holocron. I've got 3 digivices. I've got 2 Power Rangers morphers. I've got the Green Ranger's Dragon Dagger and the and Saba, the White Ranger's sword. I've got 3 Keyblades, got 2 replica guns, 2 katanas, and the Red Ranger's power sword. If we're just going through like weapon replicas. And Mjolnir from God of War Ragnarok. The game. The game. Well, the game. There is a God of War Ragnarok movie. My brain was thinking Thor Ragnarok. Dumb brain do dumb. Do you think the Blade movie is actually happening? I don't know at this point. It kind of seems like it's stuck in some development hell at the moment. It's just running into one problem after the other. Yeah, probably 8, but it all depends on the writing. Pretty much think the boys seasons are great. Yeah, I think there's a nice little sweet spot. You know, I have seen some 8 ones that have been tight, and even at 8, I've been like, man, I feel like we could have expanded some stuff. But I've also seen 8 episode shows where I'm still like, man, we wasted some time, or we really dragged some things out. Like, I felt like they padded it to get it to 8, and sometimes I feel like they didn't get enough into the 8. It just depends on the story. I don't think one number works for everything. It just depends on the story that you have to tell. And that's why I don't mind with these certain episodes, these certain shows, when they have variable lengths. Because like a chapter in a book, like I've said, every chapter in a book is a different length. Some are shorter than the other. It's just, each thing has its beginning, middle, and end, and how does it continue the narrative, and how does it say what it needs to say in the moment. So like, it's just, there's so many variables in it, because even these 6 episode seasons, each episode's not the same length, but they're still just doing what they need to do in the story. So it just comes down to the writing and the structuring at the end of the day. You can make any of it work, but it just comes down to carving out that story and keeping things going. Usually with Marvel stuff, I'm just having a good time, and it's fun, but I'm never really intrigued, except for Loki. It's a show where you actually feel intrigued and interested in the plot, not just for fun only. I agree with that statement. I do very, very, very much agree with that statement. I think the other show that I would put up there, and that would be WandaVision. I say WandaVision also had a very much, at least for me, it and Loki were just top echelon of the Marvel shows that we've got from this point, from the MCU side of things, at least. My favorite Marvel, whatever, doesn't matter if it's MCU or not, show is Daredevil. Like, I don't think anything's beat Daredevil at this point in its run. I know Doom Patrol is coming out soon, but I don't understand what the deal is with why it's taken so long. Because it's ending. They're not planning on doing anything else with this kind of DC pocket anymore. They just don't care. It's been ready and rearing to go for a while now, and I just don't think Max was really thrilled about having to put it out. I mean, it doesn't get huge numbers, great critic scores, just barely anybody watches the show. I honestly think the people managing it don't give a shit. So I honestly think until the internet made a fuss about it and James Gunn got involved, I probably bet we would have not seen the show actually conclude. They probably would have closeted those final 6 episodes, even if they are the end of the show, and we wouldn't. I wholly believe the people running everything behind the scenes, had James Gunn not stepped in, they would have probably buried those 6 and never released them. You think Superman Legacy could break 500 million after the recent DC movies? Probably, but that's all. I mean, there's no way to predict box office numbers, man. Some will, some you think don't even get anywhere close, and some that you're like, what the hell? Why is this making so much money? I don't like guessing box office shit, but I would like to believe it can. Martian Manhunter, not sure if a lot of general audiences know about him. That's a good point, but like, I don't know. When I think of Martian Manhunter, like, he's like a main Justice League member in my head. So I guess he's underrated, but like, I always think about him as one of the big players, but I guess most people wouldn't think that way. I only knew Zatanna from Young Justice and Smallville. Love Zatanna. Swamp Thing show never should have been canceled. Agreed. That show was so good, and I was ready for that season 2, but they messed that shit up, man. I'm so sad about that still. Minus Batman, John Constantine, and maybe Swamp Thing. Most of Justice League Dark gets around the outside of comics. Yeah. I mean, John Constantine, at the end of the day, I think he would be my number 1. But again, like Martian Manhunter, I feel like he's not quite on the edge of underrated to me. So I don't know, but that's just me. Again, I don't think most people know John Constantine as a character, so I guess he technically does qualify, but my DC brain feels like there are other characters that are more underrated than Constantine. But yeah, the Constantine show should have definitely got a 2nd season. It was just on the wrong network. But they let that show do some dark shit. I think it was ahead of its time. I think if it came out maybe like within the last couple of years, I think that show could have done numbers. The show was really good. I still haven't finished the 1st season, but like, every episode is so enriched and enthralling. And just, you can't beat Matt Ryan as Constantine. And if they ever recast him, it's not going to be the same. Since a few months have passed, what's your final verdict on The Flash Season 9? Like I said before, I think it's like a 6 to 7. There's so much bad in it, but there's the good moments are so high, and the final arc is weak or whatever. But like, episodes 9 and 10 carry the weight of that whole season for me because they were peak. But like, I can't give it higher than a 7, I don't think. Not in any kind of good faith, no matter how good those episodes were. And without those episodes, it probably would have been a 3. I feel Kang's threat, though, through Jonathan Majors' performance more than what they show. I mean, I guess, kind of. Like, he gives a good performance, but I don't know. I don't. Other than people's I don't know. I just don't feel it. I mean, I'm engaged in it. I can't wait to see what they do with it, but I'm just waiting for him to actually, like, show something. But that's me. They announced it at PulseCon several weeks ago. Announced what? I'm sorry. I know we're catching up on some stuff here. Oh, PulseCon, Hasbro. So I guess, okay, the Balin Saber. That's what it was. That's what I was asking you about. Okay, so they do have one coming out. I'll have to check that out and see if I can nab one. Been watching your videos lately and decided to subscribe. Well, thank you and welcome, Red Diamond. Keep on watching. Comment away. I'd love to hear your thoughts on whatever it is we're watching. And we do these Nah, I try to do these every week for the most part, but you know, sometimes life gets in the way or something happens, but I try to do these every Saturday. Because before the movie, a lot of people didn't know Blue Beetle, and he's been around in the animated stuff. That's true. Blue Beetle is definitely an underrated character, I would say. Thank you for the super chat, Scott Edwards. I think we're getting Skeleton Crew and then Mando Season 4, then the movie. You agree? I honestly, at this point, I think we'll probably get Ahsoka Season 2 before we get the movie. I think the movie's still quite a ways away. And who do you think will lead the Avengers against Kang? Carol or Sam? I would probably say Carol. Just because she's set up in that position a little more strongly. But it just depends on what they do with Sam over these next couple of films. But right now, with most of the players out of the game or removed, it feels like it does kind of come down to, you know, Carol for me, as far as the only people that really kind of fit into that equation in that position in that way. Where is it? Where did I leave off? Here we are. Evening all, happy Saturday to you. Welcome, Janine. Hope you're having a good Saturday as well. Just a heads up, I don't know if you'd react, but nonetheless, I heard they are going to have a Rick show trailer at New York Comic Con on the 12th, I think. Interesting. I don't know. I've been avoiding reacting to trailers, and I know I did early on, but like my kind of stance on that kind of shifted, especially when it's a trailer I don't know if I can really talk too much about to give it warrant. Trailers for me, like, I don't know. Until the strike's over, maybe we'll get back into it. And after my schedule clears up a little bit, I'll try to get back into keeping up with all the trailers, but it just depends on everything, because trailers in nature are promotional. And I know I did some earlier on, but that's like, I don't know. I was still in the reaction headspace, so that's kind of my fault at the time for still chasing it. And I'm not faulting anybody else, because if you can actually review and break down and give some decent breakdowns and thoughts on trailers and stuff, I feel like you can't, like, it still falls into the same reason we do reviews. I just haven't seen any trailers that I've watched that have like evoked that kind of need to commentate or provide my spin all that much. I don't know if that makes any sense. I've just kind of personally wanted to kind of keep that for myself, because also at the end of the day, I've been covering a lot of stuff and doing a lot of stuff that it's not even out yet, that it's just, I've just been so burned out. So when a trailer comes out, I've just been watching it myself. And I know a lot of people wanted to see my reactions to the Doctor Who trailer, and I was just, that day was so busy, dude, and I just couldn't. So I just had to just watch it for myself, because I didn't want to miss out on it, because everybody's going to be spoiling it anyway, talking about it. So I don't know. I think it'll be a minute before we get back into the swing of checking trailers out. At least right now, because I just don't have the willpower at the moment to keep up with all of it. And on top of that, I still feel a little weird about trailer reactions at the moment, personally. Not to put down anybody that's still doing them, because everybody's able to, maybe they're able to add something into the spin that I'm not. But I'm gonna kind of hold back on those. If that makes sense. When do you think Armor Wars the movie is coming out? I have no idea, dude. No one knows when anything's coming out right now, because it all hinges on the shifting of these schedules, dude. Like, there's no way to predict that. Plastic Man would be a cool movie to see in live action. Well, if we can really spend that money on the stretchy effects, that could be fun. A Plastic Man movie could be fun. I don't remember what this was in response to. I apologize. Like a real one, not the shitty teaser they dropped at SDCC. Oh yeah, that was not it, man. I hate those types of trailers, man. It's just so lazy. It does qualify as teaser because we get a lot of teasers that I would dare say aren't teasers. They're trailers, dude. You're just mincing words. But like, yeah, that type of teaser, I'm just not for it. I would like to see a real trailer though, because that's the only Walking Dead show that remains that I plan on watching. Do you think new Star Wars movies will be any good? I hope so. Again, until I see something or hear something, I have no idea. I have no idea. I got nothing to go on. Other than my faith in Dave Filoni, I think his will be good. Just because I'm familiar with his work. Everything else, it just comes down to the story, what we see, and all that other stuff. Things I thought would be good definitely didn't turn out that way, so it's not a really easy question to answer or feasible one to answer. Thank you again, Scott, for another super chat. Do I think Luke will be in the Mandoverse film? I think there's a really strong chance that he will be. It would make sense for him to be involved in all of that. So I think so, but I also at the same time wouldn't be surprised if he's not. But I think it would make the most sense if he did get involved in the whole thing. And I hope by that point they just stop the deepfake thing and just recast him. Hope the One Piece live action gets at least 6 to 8 seasons. Love that. They're hoping for 12. They're hoping for 12. Currently, they're banking on 6. Season 2 is greenlit. Beyond that, it's just if they keep getting the views, Netflix will keep shelling out that money and those green lights. So they also said once the strikes end, it'll only be a year to 14 months to get it ready to go. Scripts are good. They just have to shoot it and post-production, and they said they could have season 2 ready once the strike ends within a year. Not within a year, just around a year. Like 12 to 14 months is what they said it would take for them to get it out, which is crazy turnaround for the amount of post-production that goes into that show. Minus Black Lightning, the Outsiders aren't too well known. That could be fun. An Outsiders series would be a lot of fun. Not even a series, maybe a film, whatever they would want to do with it. Outsiders are really on the are outsiders to public opinion. Got the Doctor Who Lego set. Spent a pretty penny to get it, but damn, glad I did. There's been some Lego sets that are pretty impressive, but I've never dived into the Lego sphere since I was a kid. I kind of left Legos behind there. I like things that are more, while it is stylized, I don't know. I've just not fallen into the pit of collecting Lego stuff yet. If I start down that path, I will be lost for certain. Have you watched Hitmonkey or Hellstrom? No, I haven't seen any of those. Again, if it wasn't MCU related for a long time, I wasn't watching it. I was not gonna watch it. Because if it wasn't part of what I was already invested in, I wasn't gonna watch it. I think the only exception to that was Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., which I had started but then fallen off on, which I'm now getting back into. But yeah, I didn't watch any of the clearly disconnected stuff. Do you prefer Halloween or Christmas in terms of the whole aesthetic, decorations, etc.? Halloween all the way. Halloween all the way. Where are you on the MCU should have ended with Endgame debate? I do feel like the main thread has concluded as of that point, and we're building up the next main thread. And I'm not like, there's a vision, but I still don't see the road. Like, I felt like the road was clear after phase 1, or even phase 2 maybe, I don't know. I feel like the earlier phases made the path a little more clear. But I don't know. I'm not even making sense. I don't think the MCU should have ended. I just think we could have it's just going to be a slow burn to build things back up, but I do think they've oversaturated things that have kind of caused them to shoot themselves in the foot a little bit. I don't think it should have ended, but I think they should have taken a step back and just focused on the world, the after effects of Endgame, and then led into whatever's next. I always admire your Pokeball in the back. It's so cool. I can't remember what was in it. I can't remember if it was like cards or there was like a plush in it. It was a container. It's not perfectly round. It's made to sit on its own. But I got it purely because it was a pretty much hand-sized Pokeball, but it was meant to contain something, and I don't remember what was originally in it. I literally just have it sitting back here, but I do have a die-cast Pokeball replica in that gray box right there, that small one, like it's a palm-fitting one, made up fully out of metal. It's real nice. It lights up too on the core. Doesn't open though, but yeah, I do like that. I'm always for hyper accurate replicas if I can get my hands on them. Scott Super Chats again, thank you. Rey is a good character. I like a lot of elements about Rey's story. There's a lot of elements that did not work for me, but I don't dislike her. I don't hate her like a lot of people do. It was overall kind of meh. It was kind of lackluster, kind of unfulfilling for me, the whole trajectory and arc. Where did I leave off? Here we are. Can't wait for November, my birthday, and then Loki finale, The Marvels, love Kamala and really love Captain Marvel, Hunger Games, The Book is amazing, and Wish, love Disney musicals, and December has Percy Jackson. You got a lot to look forward to, young star. You got a lot coming out on top of the birthday time. World's given in to you. Really hope that they get a new actor to play Luke for the Mandoverse. I want a real face. Agreed. Same. I mean, you could bring the Ravencroft Institute as a superpowered mental health care facility. Ant-Man, Moon Knight, and a handful of mentally ill superheroes and villains break out. That's not a bad premise. I don't dislike that. I do kind of like that idea. That could be interesting, setting something in one of those powered asylums, if you will. That could be fun. How adorable is Obi from Loki? I hope we see more. I do too. I do hope we get more and more Obi, man. I just want more and more Kie Kwan. I will be delighted anytime he pops up. And in my video, I posted reacting to New Rockstar's breakdown. I was like, dude, I would love for them to try casting him as a villain in something. I would want for them to try to make me hate him or dislike him. If he's a villain in something, I probably will just be swayed into rooting for whatever he's doing. Like, challenge me to dislike Kie Kwan. Have I seen Alice in Borderland? I have not. I've had it recommended time and time and again. I've not had a chance to check it out as of yet. I know new seasons, I think, is coming out, but I have not seen any of it yet. You think the canceled Inhumans movie that the Marvel announced at Comic-Con 2014 could have been any good? I have no idea. Or could they have made a movie still to come out much later after Secret Wars? They very well could. Do I have an idea? I have no idea. We never saw anything for it, so I can't. I don't know. I don't know. The show didn't work, so I don't know if the movie would have done or fared any better. It just, everything is down to the writing and the direction and the performances. And you have to see those to really be a judge about anything. I can't say, do I think a movie about that never got made would be good? I have no way of knowing. Seeing Ahsoka, Ezra, and Sabine all standing together and fighting when they have different lightsabers was fire. Yes, it was. I really liked that whole bit. Just the visual of them working together was a lot of fun. Even if the choreography and the flow of it was a little weird, the visuals were nice. This could even be the plot of Moon Knight Season 2. Season-long prison break story. That would be really cool. I'd be on for that. Dude, I really hope we get a Moon Knight Season 2. There's been nothing said about it, and I know they said it was a limited series or whatever. They were trying to get it qualified as one, but I don't know. I just can't wait to see him pop up again. I know Zatanna mostly from Justice League Dark animated films, and she is one of my main comic book crushes, to be honest. Same. You know, something about that top hat and that, like, cut-off suit, it just does it. Doom Patrol definitely deserves to be in theaters at this point. I think it could be really, really well done. I think it could be really fun. Really wish that Ezra and Hera hugged. Also, Ezra is so fine. Hey man, everybody in that cast is looking damn good. But yeah, I do wish there was a little more intimacy in some of these reunions, but I still felt it for myself. Just the longing sight, the acceptance in the eye to eye and the gaze, the realization is very warm in and of itself, but I want some physical interaction from some of these people, man. Hug it out! You haven't seen each other in forever and you thought he was dead. I agree, Ginger. Probably because of the writer's strike, also why Doom Patrol hasn't been released yet. Also because No Stranger Things pretty much done. Right, yeah. I mean, that's a huge factor too. But at the end of the day, I really do think if they didn't get called out on it, they probably never would have released it. We've been seeing them just delete and remove shows from their platforms and all kinds of stuff. And that show, no matter how good or how strong the word of mouth is, it's just not, Doom Patrol just has not been pulling the numbers. And I think it's one of the best, like top 5 easy, one of the best superhero comic book content for TV, period. It's so good. The MCU reboots after Secret Wars, do you think they should bring in all new actors for like Spider-Man, or they should just keep the actors but bring new actors for like Iron Man or Cap? I think it could be a mix and match. I don't think they need to recast everybody, but a clean slate could be really interesting. But I think for people who feasibly and realistically can still be around and still, you know, fulfill out long contracts, sure, keep them around. But it just depends. I think you could go either way with that one. The main draw for Loki for me is Tom Hiddleston. He's such a charismatic actor who can really draw you in. The limited series he did called Night Manager made me question my sexuality also. Yeah, Tom Hiddleston, I was talking about this too. The whole cast, like, just the charisma is just so overpowering in Loki, and that's across the board, from Sophia DiMartino to Owen Wilson to Kie Kwan to Gugu Mbatha Raw to everybody. There's not a weak link in the chain in Loki, and with Tom Hiddleston at its core, it's just really fun to watch because he's just an engaging performer to kind of experience. And honestly, that's been my experience with him no matter what he's been in. You could have a Supermax prison from She-Hulk and they're in a mental health wing. I like that you're continuing to build out this pitch, Caleb. I'm liking it. Who do you think they could cast as the Invisible Woman in the MCU? I personally think Margot Robbie. Don't know why. I don't know. I don't know if I would go with Margot Robbie myself. Nobody immediately comes to mind. There's a couple people. I was like Peyton List, but it just depends on how old they want to go with them. She might be too young. You know, obviously there's the fan favorite casting, which I'm not against either, with Emily Blunt, even though I know she probably wouldn't do it at all. But I don't know. Maybe I'm trying to think and visualize a couple in my head. You know what? Screw it. Just give me more Mary Elizabeth Winstead. I will take her in anything. The Constantine show should have got a season 2. Again, another person agreeing with us. Agreed. Martian Manhunter definitely gets used the least out of the OG Justice Leaguers. Very much so. That is very, very true. Very true. Would you rather get Justice League Unlimited back or Young Justice Season 5? If I had to pick and choose, I'd probably go with Young Justice Season 5 just to see, because I want to see where that story is going to go. You know, I don't know. I don't even know that I ever actually finished all of Justice League Unlimited now that I'm thinking about it. Who do you think they should cast as Cyclops in the MCU? Can't think of anyone. Again, it just depends on the age ranges that they're going with. I think, oh, what's his name? Like, if they want to go younger, I think, fuck. I was just watching something he was in. Igby Rigney might be a good one. I think he could be a good one. If they go younger, I think Igby Rigney would be a good pick. I think he kind of fits that vibe for me. He was in Midnight Club. He was in Midnight Mass. He was in, he's going to be in, I was going to say he's going to be in The Fall of the House of Usher. I think he fits that vibe. If we're going a little bit older though, I don't know. I'm not too sure. Maybe Matt Bomer. Keep him in the comic book sphere. I want to say James Marsden, but he's already done it. Blows my mind Zatanna never showed up in the Arrowverse. Right? Every time there was an opportunity that they mentioned a magic user or something, I was like, and they would say like, oh, this person, I know, she would be the best. I'm like, is it finally happening? And never did. Speaking of Loki, I really want a season 2 to end with Loki becoming a badge-carrying agent of the TVA. That would be awesome. And suddenly he's the Coulson of Phase 6, rounding up multiversal Avengers. That would be wild. I would really like that, to be honest. They did say that season 1 and 2 of Loki is basically one continuous story. Like that they planned these 2 seasons to be like a beginning, middle, and end as a collective. So the ending of season 2, they said would be like it's not gonna, like they said, at least from what I remember seeing, is that it doesn't plan on ending in like a cliffhanger or anything like that. Seasons 1 and 2 are kind of a contained story itself. So I'm excited to see what that is. But I would love that, especially everything and the links that he's gone through up until this point. Give him a badge, give him an outfit, induct him. Constantine's my favorite DC character. Once again, a show that never should have been canceled. If Max was a thing then, it definitely would have thrived. I would have hoped so, man. I would have hoped so. Bro, I am bronze and hard stuck because of my team's random. I almost top frag every game. I don't know what game you're talking about, but I know that feeling. I know that feeling all too well. Went hard into Halo and all that kind of stuff and got way too serious in League back in the day. And dude, you get some bad players on your team that no matter how good you are, like you can't carry a game sometimes. It's just rough. Final part got me, man. Same. Tom Hiddleston is really is easily one of the best MCU actors. He just kills it. I also have to agree with that. You think Huntress would fit in with the Bat Family? Hell yeah, sure. Why not? If we're talking Helena Wayne, definitely. Helena Kyle or Helen. Fuck. What was the actual? Why am I blanking on her name? God damn it. Why am I blanking on... Somebody might put it in the chat before I actually find it again. Bertinelli. Sorry. God damn. Bertinelli. I think either way, I think she could fit in nicely. Regardless. I think it would be it'd make the most sense if it's Kyle or Wayne. But even Bertinelli, I think, would be fun to see and thrown into the mix. But yeah, I think definitely could fit into the Bat Family. I've seen the Arrowverse video this one guy made about the Flash. It was sick. I mean, that is, I don't know. That was I'm not trying to be rude. It's just that doesn't tell me at all a description of the video. I've seen many Arrowverse videos, but that doesn't specify anything. I'm sorry. With the right story, Huntress sure could. Agreed. Huntress is in the Birds of Prey with babs. Yes, she is. Do you think Idris Elba should rejoin the MCU as another character, like Bishop or in the X-Men, or maybe Luke Cage? Sure, why not? Why not? I love seeing Idris Elba just anywhere. So bring that man's handsomeness back into the MCU. Let's do it. Yeah, I don't feel Kang is a threat either. Hoping Loki season 2 gets us there. I hope so. I want to feel it. I want to feel it. Should the Defenders be recast with the exception of Charlie Cox's Daredevil? I would like everybody to come back as they were. The only one I would put up in the air is Danny Rand. I would totally be fine with recasting Danny Rand. No shade to Finn Jones, but even by season 2, I was starting to warm up to everything, and season 2 I did think was better than the first season. I don't know. I still never really felt it. So, what's up, Sketch? Hawkman never gets to do anything in films. He always gets beat up. He got to do stuff in Black Adam. He was kind of one of the main characters. He got the final power-up, too. I would love a Birds of Prey animated series. Personally, I didn't like the movie with Harley Quinn. I really did like the movie. It just wasn't, I don't know. I like the movie more than most. I really had a good time with the movie. Was it a good representation of the Birds of Prey? Not really. The movie was really just a Harley Quinn movie that they didn't want to call a Harley Quinn movie for some reason. But yeah, it's more than time. Honestly, I think the Marvels isn't going to be as bad as people are saying. I'm still going on opening day out of Allegiance. Oh yeah, I'm definitely still going to go first day, check it out. I mean, I've enjoyed the trailers. If it's fun, I don't care. If it's good, it makes me laugh, I have a good time, and that's all I need. That's all I need. After the strikes, can you imagine the ass load of announcements we're going to get? We're going to be eating real good. I imagine there's a lot of stuff just going to all spew out like a flood. I still like most MCU stuff, but I wish there was more connection. Because I think it's too many characters that I've never met, won't meet, till the Avengers movie. And it's a little crowded, and people won't get their proper due in the Avengers thoughts. I kind of agree with that. We got to know our core team quite intimately, quite well, quite fast in the first couple of runs. And, you know, even when we started branching out to other people, like, we felt like we intimately knew their situations and all that. And when everything came together, it felt very organic. But I agree. Right now, it feels like we have all these individual little pockets that have nothing to do with each other. Right now. You think people know Firestorm? Hell no. Dude, I really think next to nobody outside of people who watch the Arrowverse and the cartoons have any clue who Firestorm is. Who should be the new Aquaman in the DCEU? That's a good one. I don't know. I don't have a good one for Aquaman, man. Aquaman, man. Teaser idea. Let's just show silhouettes of the characters and 4 brief flashes of footage. Genius! What are the chances we get a new schedule for Marvel Studios at the end of this year after the Marvels? Just depends on when the strikes come to an end. Because they also have to rebook everybody's schedules. They have to reschedule all the shooting, all the things. Maybe by the end of the year if we close out the SAG strike. But maybe early next year would probably be more realistic. I really like the idea of going back to basics with Ant-Man and doing a heist-like story. I did like that element of it, but it felt like it still got overshadowed by what it was building up or alluding to. Yeah, I don't know. Unless we're talking about like the first Ant-Man, but if we're talking about Quantumania, yeah, I like it was a good idea and premise, but then I don't feel like it delivered on it. What's up, Kaneki? Greetings from Germany. Came to your channel through your OP reactions. I'm a big fan of One Piece myself. Happy to see that people can still experience the franchise. I'm going to have a lot of One Piece, assuming that it doesn't get the channel nuked. I might have to start obscuring it a little bit more. I haven't run into any problems, but I've seen a lot of people in the comments be like, I love what you're doing. I can't wait to see what you do, but I'm a little worried that you're not obscuring it enough. So I might have to do that going forward. But it's glad that we're getting a lot of new people into the channel, and I'm loving the show, man. I love the differences. They feel very distinct in their own ways, but while keeping the same kind of spirit. Just from what I've seen so far. And yeah, can't wait to see more. Don't do it! Lego is stupidly expensive nowadays and only getting worse. Highly addictive, but it is now my retirement fund. Oh goodness. Have you ever thought about collecting hot toys? Like Spider-Man, Iron Man hot toys are cool, but they're super expensive. I have some. I have these two Vox Machina ones from Sideshow from Hot Toys. But yeah, they are way too expensive. I definitely looked at a bunch of them, but they are most of them, like 90% of them are outside of my price range. I wish Hitmonkey was in the MCU, maybe because it's not because it's rated R. That could change in the future. But it was also a Fox thing, if I remember right, before the purchase. I don't like Christmas because it tries to take over every other holiday. You see Christmas stuff in October. Agreed. I was looking for some stuff for Halloween, and all I could find, even at Spencer's of all places, like right next to Halloween stuff, was just a shit ton of Christmas sweaters. And I'm just like, what the hell is this? Have Disney Castle Lego set to build. Oh God, that sounds complicated. Imagine if John Wick was a monkey who had a ghost friend. Interesting. It's an interesting concept, that's for sure. I want a proper build-up to the Mandoverse movie and other stuff, and the further away projects are, the more worried I get that things won't go properly. Like more time for stuff to go wrong behind the scenes and in life for us. I get it, but I also don't want them to rush it. Ginger, it has to be, I have the Disney Castle from a few years ago. My reward for quitting smoking. Well, congratulations on quitting smoking. How long did it take you to build the castle? What's up, Sheena? I hope you're doing well. Hope you're feeling okay. I know you've had it rough here as of late. But welcome to the stream. Relax. Have a good time. Wanted to say hi. I hope you're having a good day enjoying the stream as always. Sit back, relax, enjoy your weekend, and enjoy the stream. I'm glad you can make it though. Isn't it crazy that Wonder Woman, Suicide Squad, Shazam, and Aquaman are the only ones to get a sequel out of 16 movies? It is kind of crazy to me that those are the ones that got sequels. Wonder Woman, not so much. The others, a little surprising. I really want another Moon Knight series. Moon Knight is one of my favorite MCU series. I really liked it. It has a lot of promise. I really like the focus on the mental health aspect of it, and I just want them to lean more into it. I think we got kind of lost in the supernatural element in season 1. I want to focus in on Mark and his alters and what they go through and stuff. That was some of the most interesting bits about it. A theory for the Star Wars sequels is that they rejigged the originals because they wanted to reel in a new set of fans that wanted sleek CGI films over classic style ones. I mean, that's definitely what they did with The Force Awakens, but they definitely strayed away from that idea, like going off after that. Gotta go. I'll see you later on me. Take it easy, Stixie. Thanks for stopping in. It'd be very interesting to see Ke Quan as a villain. I would be very surprised to see how that played. I still think the final Indiana Jones film should had a story where Indiana reconciles his past of basically stealing artifacts from different cultures. I could see that, but I'm kind of glad they didn't go that route personally, because that would just be a very, I don't know. I think that's too far the other direction. I'm still happy with if 3 had been the end for me. Like that's just the perfect end. Just leave it there. There's some things about 4 that were okay as far as the way it left Indy as a character. And I don't dislike at all this last one. I actually enjoy it quite a lot. But I don't know. They're all in a rocky place. Like, I don't know. I don't think we need to. I think we're running into a trope with these characters, where we're doing the same thing to all these characters we're revisiting, and it's very thinly veiled at this point. But I think the movie worked overall. But I don't know. That's an interesting way to go with it. I definitely wouldn't have thought about that. It's crossed my mind while watching some of this stuff, but I get that he just wants to preserve everything and make sure that it's safe, you know? So, like, I don't know. That would be an interesting thing to tack on one of them. Having seen the Tomb Raider anime tease from the animations, it looks amazing, and I kind of want an Uncharted anime. That could be really fun. That would be really cool. I'd be down for that. Like, Kia Kwan could have been the villain, and Short Round grew up to be rich antiquities dealers after Indy basically left him on his own after Temple. Ooh, that would be an interesting way to bring Temple of Doom back around into it. I like that, actually. I really like the Ahsoka finale. The fight with the troopers and the Ahsoka versus Morgan fight were fire, but I don't know. There was just something missing from making it, like, awesome. For me, I think it was knowing that they were setting up Baylan for more, and part of my emptiness that I felt was knowing that we weren't going to be following Ray Stevenson on that journey. And I had that in the back of my mind, so I felt thinly unsatisfied in that way because I'm not going to be able to see him complete that journey. And that, again, like I talked about in my reaction, that's not a fault of the show. They couldn't have planned that. My only other issues with it is, like, some of the choreography and the action scenes were very weirdly paced and performed. That's it. That's kind of it for me. Everything else I just loved. And the movie ends with Short Round having to choose between getting the artifact and saving Indy, and it ends with Short Round forgiving Indy and Indy forgiving himself. You sold me on your pitch, Caleb. I actually really like the sound of that now that you've done it. Nice job. I guess maybe what I wanted more from Ezra, I wanted him to have an epic moment in the fight, or like wreck a bunch of guys that throw on ship before leaving. I don't know. Not a flaw, just love Ezra. That's fair. Vanessa Kirby has been cast as Sue Storm, which is a perfect choice. Nothing official has been said, right? I've not seen a single thing, unless it happened today. That's just rumor. Tom Hiddleston, he was great in Nightmare Manager. Nightmare Manager. I don't know why I read that. Really hope we lose Loki. Yet I'm desperately hanging on to phase 1 through 3 peeps. Really hope we lose Loki. I'm not sure exactly what you mean here. Didn't they say Vanessa Kirby likely to be Sue Storm? Yeah, I don't think it's a set thing. The final scene is Indy cleaning out his office and telling the new professor he doesn't need help, that his son is on the way. And then it's Short Round that comes around the corner. Aw, that's cute. What's up, Adi? Welcome. I always say Dylan O'Brien would be a great Nightwing, but sadly, I doubt it'll ever happen. It wouldn't be a bad one. I think you could fit it in nicely. What's up, Najaro? Long time no see. How you doing? I wonder how live-action Teen Titans would be portrayed. It would be very, well, just don't do it like Titans. Don't. Stop it. Actually do a Teen Titans. That would be, I don't know. It'd be interesting. I don't know how it would go. But that could be fun. I wonder where Ian Somerhalder is. Haven't seen him in a major role lately. I've only seen him pop up at like cons and stuff, not actually in anything. It's a good question. I don't know. I'm really hoping for a Thor and Loki reunion one day. I'm sure we will get one. I'm sure we will get one. Evening, dude. What's up, Craig? Cannot wait for your House of Usher reactions. Not long to wait now. Dude. I cannot wait for people to watch this show. I don't know if it's gonna, I don't know how well it's gonna go. I don't know how many numbers it's gonna pull, but you know, this is like, I'm not done with it. I got screeners for it. I'm not done with it, but all I'll say, because I can give a review, I can talk about what I have seen, as long as it's not spoilers. I've only watched the first 4 episodes, and it is brilliant. There's so much to talk about in it. It's so good. It's like Midnight Mass levels of good, but also the horror element of it is like top. Like, it's nice. I think I don't know if I want to say evolution. I think evolution, if you like were to go like with the horror element of like Hill House, with like the themes. I don't know. I'm just like, ooh, it's so good. It's so good. I still got 4 episodes to watch. It's so fucking good. Again, the cast is brilliant. The way they reinvent and update Poe's tales, because it's not just the fall of House of the Usher. Like, there's a lot of Poe love throughout the entire thing. It's all just done masterfully. God, I can't talk. Masterfully. And just the acting is so good. Mark Hamill's in it. Like, the cast is stacked. Lots of familiar people from Mike Flanagan's past. There's a lot of faces. If you've watched all of his stuff, you will see again. But there's a lot of new people that surprise me in here that are just really fun to watch. It's gory. It's emotional. It's thought-provoking. It has its commentary on life, death, and our world. And lots of stuff. Some stuff, it gets pretty heavy. But it's also, at the same time, so fun to watch. It's just got a lot of energy and heart to it, too. But it's also, I can't wait. I can't wait for people to watch it. Can't wait for people to watch it. Anyway. We got another super chat here. Thank you, Stephanie, for the super chat. Love your reactions to Ahsoka. Do you think the real story is what's going on with Peridia? Seems like Sabine and Ahsoka were meant to get stranded there for a reason. I do. I think that was the main thing. Like, at the end of the day, Thrawn was going to come back. That's what we need to happen. Ezra was able to go home. He's had his time in exile. Let him go home. The real story, I think, of Ahsoka is exploring the greater nature of the Force, and we got so much lore on these different cultures that are surrounded in the Force, from the Zepho to the Jedi to the Dathomiri, and now we find that the Mortis gods also are rooted on this world, and there's something here, not just the Night Sisters, that has been calling out across the stars, across the galaxies. I think the real story is what is the truth and what is actually on Peridia. And I can't wait to find out what that is, and I hope we get more about that. Oh, gosh, sorry about that. Fate was hinted in Arrowverse, but also never happened. Yeah, that's another one that didn't come out. What's up, Rebecca? Hey, yo, cheersies. Cheers. I'd let Mary Elizabeth one said Huntress hunt me. Yeah. Me too, dude. Me too, man. Hard fan crush on Mary Elizabeth Winstead, man. What's up? I don't know what all that is. I don't remember what that was a reference to, what I said there to warrant that, but agreed. With the writing, with the right writing, Iron Fist can be good, but sometimes my boy slips. That's very, very accurate. I thought Birds of Prey was good. I just remember liking it. Then they do like a 30-minute flashback, which kind of messed up the pacing in the middle. Got back to great after, really a fun movie overall. Agreed. It was sloppy. There's definitely some critiques it's got. It's not flawless, but I had a lot of fun with it at the end of the day. I think if Iron Fist comes back, it should be Colleen Wing. Maybe have Danny there to pass the torch and get the final team up fight with Luke Cage. That could be interesting. If we do that, we definitely would like to see a follow-up to where these characters went, where we left them, or what happened to them after what we left them, you know? I like to think every Marvel project is important, so I try to watch them all day one. Same. Also, I don't like to bump into spoilers. Amy Acker as Huntress's voice in Justice League Unlimited was perfect. Also love Black Canary's voice actress. all great. I think all the voice work in those shows were spectacular. Jason Momoa really helped get Aquaman out there. I don't know who else could continue Aquaman character. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know. That's a good question. I still don't know. Baronessa, getting into Legos or getting into Warhammer are sure ways to end up super poor. You are not wrong. Or investing in like any kind of tabletop minis. 2 weeks to build the castle. God damn. The Millennium Falcon took 3 months to build. Oh my god. See, that's another reason I don't have the time to put that stuff together. If I could buy it pre-built, maybe then. Lego's very addictive, especially if you get like MCU Legos or Star Wars Legos. They spread out the characters in expansive sets. Yeah, you gotta get them all if you want the full set. If you're able to fly, what would be the first thing you're flying to? I don't know. Where would be the first place I could just zip off to? I don't know. I'd probably go to the beach. Just any beach. I have not seen the ocean in like 15 years. I freaking love and adore Christmas. Also love Halloween too. Hence why I love Nightmare Before Christmas. Beautiful combination of the two. That makes so much sense. I like that. It works as both. There's always been a debate about which it is. It's both. It's technically more of a Christmas movie than it is a Halloween movie because Halloween's over at the beginning. The whole thing takes place after Halloween has come to a close. So, you know, it is what it is. I would fly to my friend's house first. I hate Christmas, but I grew up the kind of poor that is sort of fetishized on that holiday. Most of my gifts were secondhand. It's hard to enjoy a holiday when you're constantly disappointed. I think we've talked about this summer before. I think you've mentioned that before in the past, and I totally get that. It's become, and maybe like it's, again, maybe because like growing up, it's just been so, when you're a kid, it's different for me, but like, as I've become an adult, I'm just so kind of burned out by it. And maybe it's that overexposure. Maybe when you're a kid, you don't see it that much, but like, it's just that it's just the commercialization of it all. It's I get too much Christmas before Christmas even happens is a huge part of it for me. White chocolate or paprika chips? White chocolate, probably. I don't know that I've ever had paprika chips, to be honest. But I would, out of the two right now, I'd go with white chocolate. Christmas has been ruined for me the past few years, so this year, I'm leaving the country and going to a beach instead. Respect. The Ahsoka series made me see why people join the Empire. Huh? How? What? I'm a little confused. I'm loving Caleb's pitches and alt versions this evening. He's on point today. Not lose Loki. I hope we don't lose Loki. Agreed. Caleb, someone needs to hire you to make a movie. Dude, this guy needs to get in some pitch rooms, pitch meetings. I'm from Brazil. Love your videos. Follow you since 2020. Love you. Well, welcome. Thank you. Shout out to Brazil. That's awesome. 3 years and counting. We got more to come, Spider Pet. Thanks for stopping in. My Gen V prediction, spoiler for boys comics, but Sam will be the new Black Noir, or is this a prediction or something you think will actually happen? Or what they're trying to do with the Woods experiments is create the Superman clone for which who Noir is in the... Oh, okay. Spoiler for the boys version of Noir, who is supposed to... I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I know what you mean. He could be. He very well could be. Maybe that's why Luke was also so important. With Black Noir being gone, and them not actually having him in the role he was meant to be in. I don't know. You might be onto something there. Ian Somerhalder would make a fire-ass Gambit. I could see it. I could see it. I think it was a Thor variant who pruned Loki. That would be quite the twist. That would be interesting to see. I like the theory that I've seen some people say that it's a future Loki, but that just doesn't make sense to me because the whole thing, if they succeed, he's supposed to be removed from the timeline. So I don't know how that works. I don't know how any of it's going to work, but that would be interesting. But it was definitely somebody stabbed him in the back on second viewing. I really hope we don't lose Loki. Sorry, I'm getting tired. It's okay, Ginger. It's okay. Call the Popo. Edgar Allan. Indeed. Honestly, Brenton, who played Nightwing in Titans, love him. Wouldn't mind seeing him back, plus he's super hot. I think the casting was really good. I think he was great casting for Nightwing. But they fucked up his character so hard at the start that the rest of the show was spent fixing it. And that's not his fault. He did great with everything they gave him. It's just the writing early on was just, it didn't help him at all. But he was a great casting choice for Nightwing, I think. I wouldn't be mad if they kept him. Can someone give the gist of what House of Usher is about? The trailer confused me. So it is about, what can I say? I mean, what's in the trailer? It's about this family. Kind of think like the Kardashians. They are a family with power, with circumstance, with that is basically about their downfall from their vices, from the way they use and flaunt or whatever. It's all about the decline of this family. I think that's the best way to put it. It's all of it's inspired by stories by Edgar Allan Poe. And it's basically the story of how this powerful family rose to power and then lost it all with horror, gore, existential life crises sprinkled all throughout. Honestly, half of it, I don't know how I'm going to talk about it without, I don't know. Some of the stuff, it gets really into some sensitive topics that I don't know if YouTube's going to age restrict half of it. So I don't know. It's going to be an interesting thing because they tackle so much. And each episode is basically themed around a different, while the whole arc of the series is about the fall of this family, each episode is kind of its own reinvention of an Edgar Allan Poe story. So like while each episode is kind of like its own update of a different tale, and the overarching thread is the fall of the House of Usher. Yeah, I mean, no spoilers there. I don't think any of that goes into any of that. Now, there are some things that apparently we were allowed to say that I would consider a bit of a spoiler, that I don't think the trailer made clear, but I'm not going to say any of that. So, but I don't think any of that tells you anything. But that's the gist of it. It's just this powerful family and how they rose to power and completely fell. Let's see. If I were DC, I would start with Teen Titans team from the first show. Then Cyborg joins the Justice League. Titans East joins the Titans. Dick becomes Nightwing. Okay. Thoughts on the Ahsoka show's saber fights? Like, would you say some of the better ones? No. I thought they were all right. They were fine. They did their job. I wasn't blown away by any of them. They could have, they were wanting, I would say. I think some of the action is where Ahsoka, mostly the ground combat, I thought was a little lacking compared to some other stuff that we have seen. But Everything else was great. All the Starship stuff I thought was really good. But when it came to the saber fights and just the saber sequences in general, they always felt a little slow to me. You know? That's just me. Howdy Omni, what's up Noober? Have I seen The Creator? I have not yet. It's a very solid original sci-fi movie. Also loved Ahsoka, even though I'm very bummed that it seems like Balin's arc was just the beginning. Rips Ray Stevenson. Agreed. Let's see. Also really loved that little spooky gift that Dave cooked for us. Yes, I did as well. I agree. Gotta go, Omni. Take care. Take it easy. Good vibes. Thank you for stopping in and for sharing your thoughts and opinions this weekend. Hope to see you soon. Still really want my Secret Wars end credits pitch to happen, have the movie happen and the heroes win, but suddenly there's a flash of light and all the heroes are back in NYC in Central Park. But we're zoomed in on Spider-Man and he takes off his mask and it's not Tom Holland. The camera pans to the rest of the Marvel Universe and it's an all-new cast. In the ending, Sting is the all-new Marvel Cinematic Universe will return. That would be wild, and I'm sure I do think a reboot is coming. I do think Secret Wars will bring some sort of reboot, whether it's soft or hard. I think something's coming, but we'll see. I don't think it'll sit well with most people, though. I've seen the first 45 minutes of The Creator. Sadly, had to leave since my friend was having a panic attack. He's fine now. I'm sorry to hear about your friend. I'm glad they're okay, though. But ever since, I haven't had a chance to go back and finish it. That's unfortunate. I'm sorry to hear about that. Edgar Allan Poe. But I am glad he is okay. Sad to me because if you went up to my 6-year-old self, I would say that Iron Fist is one of the best Marvel characters. I'm sorry that it didn't pan out too well here in the live-action sphere. Sounds like a lot of the DCEU. Fun with a little substance. Very true. Well, sometimes there's little fun and little substance, too. Big up for Caleb and his Indiana Jones pitch. I have ideas for Indy 2 and Star Wars, but I'll spare y'all the boring details. Hey, if you ever want to pop into the Discord, dump them. I'd love to hear. Have to go. Have a good day, Omni. Thanks, Sketch. Thanks for stopping in. Hopefully we'll catch you next time. What's up, Charlize? Thank you. Hello to yourself. Welcome. Really anxiously awaiting Invincible Season 2. It comes out in less than 4 weeks. We're getting, on the same day, the finale of Gen V and the premiere, which I assume will be 2 episodes or 3 episodes, knowing what they have been doing, of Invincible on the same day on the same streaming service. We're way overdue for a trailer by now, right? Right? Where is it? That's a good point. That is a good point. At this point, I'm fine not even watching one. I feel like childhood teen shows, if they come back as a reboot, should have a darker turn, and letting the main cast be older is kind of off seeing them younger in the reboot than in the OG series. I don't know. I don't know that I agree with that. I had to reread it to make sure I understood what you were saying. I don't know that I agree. I think it definitely can work that way and should work that way. Especially if you're adapting it, if it's a reboot and not an extension. I think that's the way to go. You think Constantine could have fit in any other show besides Legends? Yeah, his own. But as like a recurring character? Not really. Not really, not that I could think of. I don't think he would fit in as a regular on a show, on any of the other shows. Wait, you've never had paprika chips? Ugh. Yeah, what is the default chips flavor where you are? That isn't just salt. I mean, it's kind of, the default flavor is just salt and then Cool Ranch Doritos. Which I don't know, does it have paprika in it? I don't fucking know, I have no idea. I feel like those are, that and nacho cheese, those are the 2 default, or barbecue. But like plain chips are just salt. It's just salt here. What is your most controversial take on the Arrowverse? Hold up. Iris, oh no, sorry, not Iris. Felicity, not that bad a character. I'm glad she ended up with Oliver. Also not mad that Laurel died in season 4. How it happened was kind of lame. Not sad that the character died. They ruined that Black Canary from the start. She never should have been Black Canary in this universe. I accepted it as an alternate reality where the story wasn't going to play out like the comics, and everybody else should have too. Bro, let's watch One Piece like this. I would not be paying attention. We got a super chat. Mignon Durang says, there is a video called The Breathtaking World of One Piece on YouTube. Doesn't have any spoilers. Would be cool to see your reaction to it. I've had some people recommend, it may have even been you. I know I've seen in the comments that video come up as a recommendation. The only reason I've held off on it is like, I feel like I just want to experience the world as it unfurls to us through the anime. I'd like to not know about a place or culture or anything in that until I see it in there. I think for me, it just feels like it'd be more authentic to the watch, to the experience. Maybe after I get used to it a little bit more, I will check it out, but that's just how I feel about it right now. But thank you for the super chat. I really, really, really appreciate that. Where did I leave off? Here we go. Here, the defaulted chips are salted with paprika. So that's kind of wild. Well, you're shit, sorry. I'm sorry, Najaro. I forget where you're at. Somewhere in Europe, right? I feel so bad. I'm so sorry. I don't know why I'm blanking right now. They depowered too many characters in the Arrowverse to me. I mean, budget. I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. We had spoken about it before, but yes, X-Men is so commercialized these days, it's all about the consumption, not about the community. Agreed. Where I'm from? Remember Dark? Germany! I was gonna say Germany, but I didn't want to sound stupid or wrong. Have I seen the Keanu Reeves Constantine movie? I saw it in theaters. That was before I even knew who the character Constantine was. There was a lot of movies that I saw growing up that only later did I realize were based on actual comic books. Blade was one of them. Which is stupid for me because Blade was in the 90s animated Spider-Man cartoons, which I watched regularly. And I didn't put together that they were the same Blade. It took me a long time to realize that the Blade films with Wesley Snipes were Marvel movies at the time. And Constantine was one that took me a while to figure out was a DC thing too. Only heard about that Amber Benson is doing a thing for Audible called Slayers with Cordelia, Spike, Drusilla, Anya, and Jonathan involved. Is interesting. Is it like one of those like podcast thingamabobbers? I don't know. That sounds interesting. That sounds fun. Interesting collection of characters though. Hello, Mignon. I did just read your super chat, so I hope you're still sticking around to hear that. Well, he can't just be removed from the timeline in that sense, since it wouldn't be able to exist into the future normally either. Well, you don't know how it works. We don't know how it works. The TVA believed, at least prior to all this, that time didn't exist in the TVA. Time doesn't work. They are outside of time. They didn't believe they had a past, present, and future, but now they clearly do. So I think there is a way to do that, but I don't also the logistics of it, I don't know how that works. So whatever they did doesn't cure Loki's time slipping, because he still does it in scenes we haven't seen in the trailers. So I don't know. You could timey-wimey that all you want, and I think you could make it work. It's not dark. It doesn't have to be real physics to make sense in a comic book stuff, man. The only problem with the Titans beginning, writing, the costumes, acting were great. Acting was good. Costumes were the best thing in the show. Now that the WGA is back to work, what do you hope for season 4 of Lois? The SAG are still on strike, so there's no telling when filming will return. Could be an interesting time in Metropolis or on the run. I don't know. I really don't know. I don't know how they're going to close Sam Lane's story, because he's not coming back. I mean, last we heard, he's not coming back. So, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't have any ideas of where it's going to go from now, but I expect we'll do some type of Death of Superman, Reign of Superman storyline. And hopefully Talro will be back. Would you love a Latina character in Mortal Kombat? Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah, for sure. Bring in more diversity into Mortal Kombat, dude. And is there not? I could have swore someone was, but I don't remember along the way. I know there's a lot of characters I've kind of lost track of, especially when it comes down to where they're meant to be from and stuff like that. But yeah, hell yeah, go for it. Thank you. I canceled my subscription so that I could sign up to your Patreon whilst it's on. Really? Damn. Whoops. Whoopsies. But thank you for subscribing, Janine. Wednesday, season 2 or Scream 7. Oh, I would take Wednesday season 2 over Scream 7 any day, right now. I like, the Scream is one of my favorite horror franchises, but after 4, I'm not like, I need to see this anymore. Like, it's fun to watch, but I don't love it as much as I used to. I don't like the new stories as much as the stuff with the original cast. I don't have that attachment to the original the new cast yet. So I'd have a lot more fun probably watching Wednesday season 2. Let's just say that I'm more anticipating Wednesday season 2 than I am Scream 7. But having just watched Happy Death Day, that director is doing Scream 7, so it might be a nice little change of pace. I know they're switching it up. It's going to be a Christmas movie and some stuff, so who knows? Yeah, I'm sorry that you super chatted just so I would get to this. You know, I read these in order that they come and I get behind, so I apologize for that. But I can only go so fast, but also still thank you for the super chat. The sudden jump cut ending to episode 4 of Gen V had to be because of the psychic. That's my best guess, too. The Ahsoka fight scenes felt like this a fight scene they practiced 100 times. Ahsoka literally moved her feet before the other girl would move, like she knew exactly where she was hitting. Didn't feel like Ahsoka was reacting to the fight. It felt overly choreographed. No, I definitely get that. Definitely get that. For sure. I felt the same way. But at the same time, with how much they may have choreographed it, they still, something still felt off. Yeah, I feel like what's mostly off for the fights in Ahsoka is how action-packed they were in Clone Wars. I don't even think that. I mean, even in Obi-Wan, I think it was way more impactful and quick. And I mean, the closest one I think we had to a good duel and was the Anakin stuff when she was facing off against Anakin in the World Between Worlds. Because, dude, Hayden Christensen's not gonna fuck around with that. So that was the best saber involvement in the whole thing. But it just felt all of it felt really slow in general. But of course, it's easier to make fights as epic with animation. That is very, very, very true. So much easier to elevate the fights there because you can control so much more of it. Still don't mind rewatching Doctor Who. I love Matt Smith. He's so funny. I think 10 and 11 are becoming tied as my favorite Doctors. Mine used to be 10. Over time, it has definitely moved to 11. Matt Smith's my favorite Doctor. I think he embodies what it means to be the Doctor better than anybody else with his arc, with his character development, with what they do with him. I still love Tennant because Tennant's just amazing. I also have a lot of love for Peter Capaldi. A lot of love. Depending on my day of the week, though, like it could change between any one of those three. There are days, I think Peter Capaldi's Doctor has some of the best moments out of any Doctor. His stories just aren't always that compelling, and that's not on him or the Doctor himself. It's just the writing for the individual stories sometimes weren't as gripping for me. But he was fascinating. Like, he out of all of them had the biggest character arc, and I loved it. Soft or hard? Reggae or R&M? R&B. Probably R&B. Oh no! They aren't releasing 2 or 3 episodes 100%. Are we sure? Are we sure they're not? Amazon always loves to do 3-episode premieres. I don't remember how they did season 1 though. Love Iron Fist and Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon series. Still never watched Ultimate Spider-Man. Invincible season 1 surprised us a lot, so I'm fine with no season 2 trailer. I'm fine. I went into Invincible blind, I think. I don't remember if I had seen the trailer before I watched it, so I may just not watch the trailer for this upcoming one too. I'm just wondering how the MCU X-Men are going to fit into this, because apparently Marvel Studios is taking X-Men related pitches for the movies and shows after the strike ended. Yeah, I saw that too. I don't know. I thought we weren't going to be seeing them at all anytime soon, so I have no idea. Let's see. The plan is to release the first 4 Invincible Season 2 episodes weekly, and then there will be a mid-season break until early 2024. Okay, good. Okay, cool. Sweet. Have we gotten any word when Season 2 of Sandman? As far as when it's going to come out, no. But they did start working on it before they shut down, so I have no idea. And have you any expectations for it? Other than I just hope they keep the quality up. The same level budget, same level effects, and otherwise, I don't know. I stopped reading the comic where the show ended, so I don't have an idea where it goes from before that, so I don't know. The only post-Endgame Marvel movie I'd say is top-notch was Shang-Chi. It was immense and had a total surprise, whereas everything else, Spidey aside, is 7 out of 10 or worse. I also feel that way. Aside from No Way Home and Shang-Chi, those are the only 2 that I really felt like was kind of holding its own against everything else. Felicity isn't bad, would prefer Laurel, sure, but not this version of Laurel. Exactly. It's not too good. Soul Calibur or Killer Instinct? If I had to pick between the 2, I would definitely go with Soul Calibur, I think. Next star on CW confirmed Season 4 won't happen until mid to late 2024, depending on when the SAG-AFTRA strike, oh no, ends. So I'm guessing Season 4 will be the final season, because Legacy is still slated for mid 2025. Yeah, they said that Season 4 necessarily might not be the end, but it probably will be. Like, I get not wanting to be too pessimistic, but I just think it's realistic to expect Season 4 to be the end. But they did say it is possible that they might get a Season 5. So I won't be mad if we get a Season 5. I'm from where? Remember Dark? I love a Titans show featuring all the sidekicks. It's like the OG books. Grayson, Donna, Speedy, Kid Flash, Aqualad. But we are revolving cast too, so we get more of the Wolfman Titans. That sounds real fun. There are 4 canaries and 3 Count Vertigos. That's too many Count Vertigos. Yeah, I love your reactions. See ya. Thank you. And take care. Thanks for stopping in. And again, thank you for that super chat. Cool Ranch Doritos, but no cheese and onion, no salt and vinegar, no prawn cocktail. It's just paprika, by the way. Sad Brit. No. Nope. Don't just mean budget, but also mean intelligence. I don't remember what this was related to. I apologize. You think Huntress versus Jade from Mortal Kombat would be a good death match, since they both use a pole staff? I mean, sure. I don't see why not. I think it'd be a pretty balanced fight overall. I love a Doctor Who Easter egg in Loki, the TARDIS or something. That would be wild. I would love if they did something like that. I still think Arrow should have dropped Felicity when they broke up the first time. Made Mr. Terrific the new guy in the chair, and Oliver end up with Dinah Drake, because Felicity was just so toxic. Was the fandom toxic? I don't feel like the relationship was toxic. I mean, I know the fandom was around it all, but I don't feel like the relationship... It had its problems, but I never was put off too much by them. I didn't really feel Oliver and Dinah at all, but so they would have had to really work around that to make that one work. By the way, Doctor Who updates Series 5. Why did Moffat screw up the Weeping Angels? Like, dude, looked into the eyes of an angel and blink, no problem, but in Series 5... I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind Moffat's era at all. I do enjoy it, but that was a weird choice. Hey, Omni, how's it going? What's up, 3 Artland Lock? So apparently they have a Fantastic Four cast soon to be announced. What's your dream cast like for that movie? I don't really have one. I get asked this a lot, and I even talked about it a little bit for Sue Storm earlier. I'm not really sold into anything. You know, I know like one of the fan favorites, Olivia Blunt, I would be fine with. Vanessa Kirby, I'd totally be fine with. Mary Elizabeth Winstead, I would love to see. But I'd kind of be fine with anybody, to be honest. For everybody else, I'm just kind of up in the air on it. I mean, the Thing can literally be anybody. So I don't know about everybody else. Just, I don't know. I hate saying that to certain questions, but I'm not good at those. Rank the Chucky seasons. Well, we've only seen one episode of season 3 right now. So season 1 is probably my favorite right now. And then season 2. So I can't in whole heart put Chucky 3 into the rankings until I've seen more of it. Do I have an OnlyFans? No, I do not. I have a Patreon, but there's nothing OnlyFansy about it. As good as Felicity chemistry was, the fact that Oliver still lied all the time and Felicity kept coming back despite that, and we get mad when Oliver lied even though it's what he does. I guess. But that would happen with no matter who he was with. At the end of the day, Oliver lied to like everybody, even Diggle, to the point it became a problem. Because that's Hayden's the GOAT. Yes, he is. Summary of what I found. Slayers is a continuation of Buffy 10 years since the last battle. The 9-episode drama written by Amber Benson. Well, that sounds interesting. Hope they retcon, not even retcon, just like somehow. Actually, they don't even have to fucking address it. That finale was garbage. I hate that finale. They did either 2 or 3 in season 1. Yeah, I know they did more than 1. But yeah. What the fuck you mean there needs to be more representation in Mortal Kombat? That's more than enough, so much that there's 4 other realms and Tarkatans. I didn't say there needs to be more. I think that just representation just should be in there anyway. Just have a whole mix of characters. Shut the fuck up, Craftsy. But not this time. So they're not doing it with Invincible this bit. Okay. That's good to know for me. Gen V finale is Thursday, 11/2. Invincible season 2 premieres 11/3. Well, here's the thing though. Gen V was originally a Friday thing, but they release things on UTC time. So everything always premieres in the US on Thursday. So Invincible should be coming out Thursday evening. Just like it did before. So, I don't know. We'll see. But we'll probably be the night before. Like always, exactly what I just said. I just didn't read ahead. Caleb, you got our pitch ready for X-Men? Is your name inspired by Omni-Man? No, it is inspired by Omni-Slash from 1997's Final Fantasy VII. Cloud Strife's final limit break. Yeah, his name was Omni before he knew Omni-Man existed. Yes, that is very accurate. No, it's not. But when you watch the season 1 reactions, that's of course something he talks about. Question, if they drop the same time, what do you watch first? Gen V finale or Invincible season 2? I will probably watch Invincible season 2 first. If I have to pick between the two, I will watch Invincible first. Did I watch the trailer for Rebel Moon? I did. Looks amazing. Can't wait for it. Rumor has it that the budget was around 60 million. Bullshit. There's no way they made that on 60 million. As Zack Snyder's run times with his director's cut and the visuals looking that clean, I would be shocked if it was 60 mil. Speaking of Capaldi, loved him in Torchwood season 3. I saw some Capaldi moments, but he was the standout of that season, brilliantly played. As dark as Torchwood season 3 is, it's peak writing. Dude, I could never. I tried like 3 or 4 times. I could never get into Torchwood. I finished it. I even rewatched it all again. I just could not get into it. I love Peter Capaldi in The Devil's Hour. Can't wait for it to continue someday, even if that day is in a few years. Not heard of that one. Do you think Sabiak will return in Squid Game Season 2 alive and well? I would be shocked with how much of a fan favorite she was and stuff. They could probably work it in, but I doubt it. I doubt it, personally. Prawn cocktail crisps for the win. Yeah, I'm allergic to that, so I definitely can't eat that unless it's fake prawn stuff. I really hope Umbrella Academy finds its mojo again. Seasons 1 and 2 were very good, but season 3 fell away right after the Footloose dance scene. Yeah, season 3 is definitely my least favorite of the 3 so far, but I still really enjoyed it. It's just like some characters were just hard to tolerate. And if you've seen my reactions, you know how that went. But I'm still on board to see where it goes. I really, really enjoyed that show. Fan casting for Gambit was Ian Somerhalder. I think someone mentioned that earlier. I don't remember if it was you or not. What sounds cooler, Dinah Drake or Dinah Lance? I mean, I think probably Dinah Drake sounds cooler in my head. What's up, Issa? Yo, just hopped in during my 30-minute break. Hope you're enjoying your day. Hope work's not too bad. And thanks for popping in. Just solidifying the friendship. Speaking of Invincible, I've recently finished rereading the entire comics, plus all the tie-ins. 5,428 pages. And I loved it even more than the first read, and now I'm working on making a poster out of all its pages and planning to make 2 disc plates out of them to hang in my room. That's wild. Yeah, I will not watch Invincible until it's over, or at least like up until what I've watched, because that show Blind was amazing. Not only fans, only Omni, more like Omni fans. Keep it family friendly. Dude, there's nothing family friendly. That's not true. I won't say that. I take that back, YouTube. I'm totally family friendly. Don't mess up with my ad stuff. But I'm definitely more of a TV 14. I don't know. I use a lot of F-bombs. More than the TV allotted amount. Which I can't remember what it's at now. Because I know, like, Chucky, they get allotted, like, it's above 5, but under 10 F-bombs per episode, I think. Who's my favorite from Doom Patrol? I think my favorite character in Doom Patrol is Larry. I think Larry's my favorite character in Doom Patrol. I'm in the middle of my rewatch of X-Files, and speaking of Doom Patrol, and speaking of Doctor Who, Mark Sheppard is the villain of the week in the episode that I have to watch next. It's called Fire. It's in season 1, episode 12. He's the villain of the week in that episode. A baby young Mark Sheppard. Worst finale ever. Disagreements can argue with the wall. Hey, For me, the Buffy finale is my least favorite finale of all time. Nicki Minaj or Cardi B? I don't know. I don't listen to their music. I honestly don't remember who's who. I don't pay attention to most current stars and stuff like this. And what are we deciding between? Movies? Not movies. Oh, okay, yeah, no, because I've seen Cardi B in some movies, so I do recognize her. I don't know what am I picking? What are my judging criteria here? I don't know their music. I mean, I'm probably sure I've heard their songs, but I wouldn't be able to put the name to the song, you know? I don't think they've said anything about which time Invincible will release, but I'm not that well versed on how Prime Video does things. They usually release things at 12 a.m. GM time, GMT. I do love Moffat's era of Doctor Who. Some stories are a bit more darker, which I do like. Let's play a game. Name Devil's Fruits in One Piece, and Omni has to guess the power. Let's go. Flame. You shoot fire. Light. You are a nightlight. You glow. Ice fruit. You're Iceman. Revive fruit. You're a living phoenix down. Op. I fucking have no idea. Rumble. Earthquakes. Yes, these are real ones. I'm not surprised. I'm surprised the writers never sent Oliver to therapy. Like Alex Danvers had a degree in psychology in season 1, would have paid to see an episode with Oliver on the couch and Alex as his therapist. I mean, I'm not surprised because Oliver also doesn't seem like the person who would actually go to therapy. If Ahsoka ate a devil fruit, it would definitely end up being the snip fruit, and she would get scissor hands. I was sated by the Buffy finale with Angel season 5. For Slayers, curious as to how Cordelia is coming back, Charisma posted that it was a better service to her character. That's cool. Charisma coming back, that's a big deal. No, Omni. Amazon drops things 8 to 9 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's not GMT. Eastern time is -5 GMT, which depends on the time of year, but it's -4 GMT. What is it? It's -4. Whatever it is, it's -4. Eastern is not. GMT is not included in Eastern time. Eastern time is -4 to -5 UTC time, which is that different than GMT? Either way, UTC time. We're -4, which would be 8 p.m. Which on daylight savings or whatever, it can be. It's usually -5 to -4. Maybe I've got that off. Something's off about that, but I know they use not that standard of yes. You -5 normally. Correct. And then when we change our hours, it's daylight savings time. Right. Omni forgot about daylight savings time. No, I didn't. You tried to call me on a gotcha, and you're saying exactly what I'm saying, but you're just using a different measuring scheme. Fuck you, Coyote. Fuck you. The Squid Game is in a weird position. I'm looking forward to season 2, but given the nature of the show, almost the whole cast would be new. Yeah, that's where I'm at with it too. It is going to be a little weird going into it and having to getting to know pretty much a whole new cast of characters. The creator was made on 100 million, I believe, and looks on the same level of Rebel Moon. Yeah, but that's still such a huge jump. I know Amazon doesn't change for daylight savings, man. You're not making sense. You're not helping your argument. I'm not a fan of the she was alive the entire time. For some reason, even if I love those characters. Agreed. I thought the chick from Umbrella Academy was Marie Moreau in The Boys. Wow, what am I? I'm blanking on names right now. What was her name? I know they're not the same actress. God damn it, Coyote. I'm going to virtually smack the shit out of you after that last comment. If I say gotcha, 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 then it's a triple negative, which makes me right. You're a fucking dork. But you make things spicy in a good way. But yeah, I know they're the same problem, but I don't know who you're talking about. Jazz Sinclair is Marie. But I don't know. My brain is not working right now. I can't think. You don't mean Allison, right? That was her name, right? I don't remember these. Hold up. God damn it. Umbrella Academy. Allison. Okay, yeah. You don't mean Allison, right? Because they're definitely different actresses. Unless she was somebody else in there that I'm not familiar with. I don't remember. Totally family friendly. Depends on the family. That is also very true. Omni TV 14 on an easy day. That is more accurate. Yeah, I totally respect it in the way they're doing it. They're retelling the story pretty similarly, but it's like a second draft, so you can't really read up to where the show is either. Okay, well, that does make it difficult. See, with Sandman, it's almost a 1-to-1. Every episode was basically an individual arc in the book, it was done beat for beat with some very minor changes or adjustments. So it was easy to read that. So maybe Invincible's not that way. I'm hoping that Allison is more likable in season 4 Umbrella. I mean, she's got some shit to work through, man, and some redemption to go through as well. Are your crushes mostly gothic punks with short hair and black clothes? I mean, not all of them, but I have a type, kinda. Dude, fucking, I don't know. I mean, obviously, my first major, fan crush thing was Kimberly from the Power Rangers, back in the day. Kim Possible and She-Go goes either way. Melissa Joan Hart was a huge one, from Sabrina Teenage Witch, or Clarissa Explains It All back in the time. There's I have a variety, but eventually as I got older, it did kind of turn into a thing, a little bit of a type. I have a couple of different types, but that's kind of my default go-to. Omni is MA on a rant day. That is also very true. If I'm on a rant, censors be damned. Since some things in season 1 only happen to the 30th, 40th issues, while season 2 plot already starts in issue 15. The hell? What? Gotham writers can go to hell for the series finale. Oh my god. Little harsh, but yeah, the Gotham finale was also a massive letdown. First season covers about the first 50 pages of Invincible. I responded to that anyway. Oliver would not go to therapy willingly. Very true. You got a well, fucking Avatar is a dick. God damn it. I better not get this stream flagged. Dude, fuck you. Do I have a male celebrity crush? Zac Efron is one. David Duchovny. Idris Elba. I got a few, but those are the first ones that come to mind right now. God damn it, man. You should know the comment. There's a week. There's a -5. All the math talk. Mark Shepard is great in X-Files, Doctor Who, and of course, my favorite character is Supernatural. He plays Crowley. He's fantastic. And he's in Doom Patrol as well as a pretty recurring character. Forgot about Daylight Savings Time. Read that one already. I just said that it's told in a different order. Oh god, now you guys are getting fighting. Calm down, people. Love to see Ghostface chase someone down through a heavy snowfall in Scream 7. That would be wild. That would be wild. Barry has entered the chat. Finally. time maths with omnibus. On me, Bobs. A for effort. I think the U.S. moved clockbacks first, and then we follow a week later, or the other way around. She was in Sabrina's show on... Did I miss a message? I missed a message. Hold on. Like, what did I miss? I know I saw something. Oh, wait. Are you talking about the actress that plays Marie Moreau? Or, I don't know what we're talking about here. I'm sorry. I got lost. Oliver went to therapy with Adrian. With arrows. I mean... sure. Jazz Sinclair is Marie. Alright, what's she been at? Yeah, this will settle this and clear this up. Jazz Sinclair. She came right up. Okay, that's who you meant was in Chilling Adventures. I only watched the first episode of Chilling Adventures. I never watched the rest of it. I.e. not girly from Umbrella Academy. Blood Pact. Allison needs a redemption arc. She's on that path, I think. I think she's on that path. Don't judge me, but I find Madame Vastra from Doctor Who hot. I mean, I wouldn't say I don't get it. Her, fuck, I forget her name. Her companion is also. That's a throuple I wouldn't mind being in, oddly enough. Can't wait for Sandman Season 2. Hopefully he actually fights Spider-Man this time. Coyote with the jokes today. Sony is weird with this Sony non-Spidey Sony-verse. Yes, it is. I have no idea what they're doing, man. Andrew, I get it. It's the dominance and the self-assurance. That is a big part of it. If, after Season 2 is out, you have a better idea of how they did it, I can totally guide you through the comics and what you could read or shouldn't yet if you want. But for now, definitely stay away. Yeah. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Do you know Victoria Cakes? Victoria. If I could spell Victoria. Blech! Oh my god. No, I did not. I know she's Silurian. Pennyworth was weird. I still haven't watched any of that. It was originally built as a Gotham prequel, but then they brought in story elements from V for Vendetta, and the finale happened, and I was like, huh? Yeah, I've still never watched Pennyworth, so I can't speak on that one. Garp from One Piece is my new pick. Is the new... Oh, he could be good. That's not a bad pick. I think math is the cure to my amnesia. Are you growing your hair out? I'm thinking about getting it trimmed up a little bit, but I've just been too lazy to do anything about it. I haven't been hating it, so maybe it's just the thing that is happening right now until I'm just too tired of dealing with it. Calling it now, Omni-Man's gameplay for MK trailer will drop, and the finale will be Omni-Man talking to you the classic Mortal Kombat train stage, and just, oh, dude, that would be wicked. Let's do that. They better do that. If they don't do that, it is such a missed opportunity. I'm calm. I just have no idea where 50 pages come from in the regular. Maybe we meant 50 issues, not pages. Season 1 goes further than that, and as I said, this more than Season 1. I got you. I definitely read that as Omnibob, not Omnibob with 2 O's in Bob. I hope he keeps growing it out, so I can call him Omni the White one day. I'll just go full wizard mode and just let it keep on going. If only I could grow a beard. This is the most it connects. This is it. If only I could go full wizard. Jenny! Jenny! I don't know what this was about. Just Jenny! Why we call former lovers exes? Because former lovers are examples and experiences. That's actually nice. I like that. Jenny, duh, her companion. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. Big dumb. I mean, Doctor Who was wild sometimes. I remember that webisode where Clara was definitely banging her future/past self. What? See, I don't watch anything that's not the show or specials or the movie. Like, I haven't listened to any of I haven't read the comics. I haven't listened to any of the audio dramas. None of that. That's crazy. The one where Clara and the TARDIS get in an argument. What the hell, though? I love your hair, even though I can't fully see it. I try to switch it up sometimes. I had my beanie free phase a few months ago where I just wasn't wearing it at all. It's just kind of wild. Wow. But just my way to prove I'm not balding or anything. Really enjoying the stream. Well, thank you, Caleb. I'm glad you came in. I'm glad you're having fun. His hair is very fluffy, especially if I blow dry it. Air drying it gets it has like a little bit of a frizzy look, but if I blow dry it, if I'm rushing to make a video and I don't have time for it to air dry, that's the only time I do that, though. The way I see it, if you time travel inside the TVA, you get the BTTF rule, Back to the Future rule. Depends on your environment, if it has time or if it has no time at all, or if time moves differently. I mean, it very well, that could also be the case. It also could be things are just different after He Who Remains has been killed. A lot of their machinations might just be not in play anymore. I don't know. We don't know. Insomnia, not amnesia. Fair. Love that. You have a Keanu beard. Do I? Now that I'm thinking about it, I was like, oh, now I'm just like, can't picture it in my head, even though I've seen him 1,000 times. I guess. Nah, I don't even know. I think I'm too patchy to even pull off a Keanu beard. I don't know if I could even get to a Keanu beard status. I mean, his isn't full, but over time, it's done its thing. Maybe, I don't know, maybe. I could try. Beard oil would be your friend. Does that actually do anything other than make the hair you have already healthy? Be like Dumbledore and immediately go wizard mode after a while. Yeah, wear all the dapper clothes and you just hit that age where all you wear is a big old onesie. Hell yeah. Nothing underneath. Just one big old loosey-goosey robe. And indeed, R.I.P. Michael Gambon. I didn't get to say anything about that dude. From all the stuff he's popped up in, no, he was in Doctor Who as well. You know, obviously a huge part of Harry Potter. Stellar actor. Another major loss this year, man. OmniFans hits again. Total hair flip moment. We'll have an OmniFans where you guys can get feet pics. Looks lovely. Thank you. You should at least check out the Human Nature book they based off of the two-parter. It's a little better than the episode, but Tenet makes the episode better than the book. What are we talking about, Noober? I lost track of that. I'm not out of context and my memory fading. I don't know what this was about. It based off two-part. I don't know which thing you're talking about. I'm sorry. Can you clarify? I need reminding sometimes. Are you done with the Walking Dead universe, or are you just watching the spin-offs in your own time? Right now, I'm not watching Dead City. I'm not watching Daryl Dixon. The only one I will watch when it comes out, and I'll probably cover it on the channel, will be the Rick and Michonne series, because that's the only thing I'm really looking forward to. To quote Phil Coulson, really great hair. It's from What If Episode 3. Nice one. Nice pull. On the hair look cool. Well, thank you. Sebastian Stan is more attractive than most of the characters he plays. I don't know how to explain it. Bucky being the exception. I kinda get what you mean. I don't know how to explain it either, though. Definitely not balding. Let's give it a few more years. Fuck you, no. I wouldn't mind if some more grays showed up. I haven't been pulling them out. I used to do that when I would find them. I'm just letting them happen. I had like 3 right here. They disappeared. I don't know where they went. Because I was like, if it expands, I could have like a rogue thing going on. And I was like, that could be fun. 5 stars. Hell yeah. Do a Loki hair flip for us. What's the Loki hair flip? I don't know if I can do that. I think that's the closest I can get. I'm having such problems with growing a nicer beard. Dude, I used to just not be into facial hair at all. I used to only do the clean shave thing. But then laziness came aboard. I still don't like if my whiskers touch my lips. I hate the feeling of the hairs touching my lips. So I do trim it so these don't touch my freaking lips. But, you know, I'd rather I would prefer, I don't necessarily want a beard, but I would like to have the option, you know, in my create a character mode. It grows where I don't need it to, but doesn't grow where I want it to. Fair enough. Yes, beard oil will help. It's also a moisturizer for skin underneath your beard. It'll smell better, and it will look better. You just have to brush it after. Okay, maybe we'll dabble into some beard oil. Maybe we'll try to get myself going a little cray-cray. I don't see what this was meant to be. I don't know what that is. Looks like a shoe. Red, face red, droopy eyes. Yeah, it looks like a upset shoe. You almost have a Keanu beard. Talking about Doctor Who books. Doctor Who? Wait, yeah, okay. Gotcha. Before we start swapping hair tips, can I ask for X-Files episode recommendations? My mate gave me his Disney Plus password so I can watch it again. What are you kind of into at the moment? Like, because some of them might not work out of context. So I don't know. I can tell you some of my favorites, like out of context or some standalones that are really, really good. Hold on. Okay, we're gonna have fun. Real quick, Echo Base. Hey, long time no see. Just watched Castlevania Nocturne. Enjoyed it. Also enjoyed your Ahsoka videos. Yeah. I'm glad you guys enjoyed those. I really, it wasn't perfect. There were some things I definitely critiqued, but I really, really loved Ahsoka, man. It was so much fun. But yeah, I gotta get into the Castlevania stuff, dude. I really do one of these days. I've never played any of the games, so I've always kind of felt at distance with it, but I've heard great things from everybody that's watched the Castlevania shows on Netflix, like those animes. And Powerhouse Studios, I believe it's the same studio that does those. I've seen some of their other stuff, and they are killer with their animation. So maybe one of these days I'll be able to catch up and watch the new stuff with them. I think Castlevania Nocturne just got greenlit for a second season also. I think I remember seeing that today. But yeah, I'm glad I hope you guys enjoyed Ahsoka. I really enjoyed it too. I've been liking what we've been getting as of late. And also, hope you guys are doing well. Long time no see. What's up, Sean? I don't know where you're going, AO. Let's see. What do you think about recasting the OT characters? I mean, go for it. I mean, if you got somebody that looks enough like it, go for it, dude. Like, I'd rather see a real face than these deepfakes. And the deepfakes are impressive. Do not get me wrong. They are impressive, especially in that episode of Boba Fett. The Luke deepfake on that looked really good compared to season 2's finale. Looked amazing. But the guy they're putting the deepfake on, he just looks close enough anyway, just let him play Luke. I think I'd be able to attach to it even more. Well, let's say it's the face and the remembrance and the visualization that connected me to the Return of the Jedi in my childhood. But I'm past that point. So I think going forward, we could easily get away with recasts. I'm of the opinion that the writers shouldn't be restricted because of it. Recast with up to the most respect and move on. Agreed. I do not need feet pics. Hey, not everybody does, but some people might. Do you have a favorite movie soundtrack? Thin Red Line for me. Zimmer is the man. So are we talking score or are we talking soundtrack? Let me know. Whiskers. Whiskers indeed. And whiskey. Oh no, I'm out. I think that's literally just honey at the bottom. Yep, that's pure honey I didn't mix in all the way. Oof, that was sweet. Oh, that was too sweet. In the webisode, 11 goes on an errand and the TARDIS keeps changing the layout to annoy Clara. And timey-wimey stuff, and there's a bunch of Claras in the main room. 2 Claras say they're sharing a bed. Hey. Jenna Coleman's fine as fuck, too, so I don't mind that visual. Hey, Omni, got here super late. Hope you're well. I'm doing pretty good, man. Hope you're doing well, Christians. Thank you for stopping in. Horror sci-fi. Horror or sci-fi? Or I don't understand the context of this one. I'm sorry. The guy who played Barrasso on Andor was in the episode of Doctor Who when he was younger. I think every Brit actor has to be in at least one episode at this point. Kinda. Like, it's littered with people. Barrasso. Which one was Barrasso? Andor, Barrasso. Yeah, he looks familiar. Actor. Joplin Siptane. Probably butchered that. I just want to go to his thing. There we go. Tarakatal. The name doesn't stand out. Let's just do this. Him, Doctor Who. It was in 2009. Oh, he was one of the people got the water infection. Yeah, there he is. He gets the spooky water. If you don't do Omni-Man with the mustache for Halloween, I will be disappointed. Because then you can do Omni dressed as Omni-Man reacts to Invincible Season 2. I might have to try this. I don't have a good enough stash for that even. But I don't know, it's not a bad idea. I'd have to cut my hair. Is the Sacred Timeline just one world flowing on a script or a bunch of worlds following a script? I can say, it sounds like it's a bunch of worlds, but it also plays it like it's one? I don't know. I don't know what the truth of it is. Because Sylvie was captured not because she's a girl Loki, but because she's a variant, right? I don't know. I don't really know the answer to that one. I haven't watched any reactions for Ahsoka after episode 8 dropped still. I really liked the ton of Ahsoka, but was pretty disappointed with the finale. Most of their decisions didn't work for me. I can understand that. I think most of the finale worked. I think a lot of my problem was just with the promise of more, the open-endedness of it, which I knew was going to be the case going into it. I knew we weren't going to have a hard conclusion in this season. I knew that going in. Like I said before, I think the problem for me was knowing that Ray Stevenson, if his character doesn't have a resolution at least in the season, that it would be left open and he's not here to continue that story. That's the biggest hang up I have. But again, I can't put that on the show because they couldn't have planned that for his passing, you know? Hey, 3W, what's up, buddy? Surprised you have time between Smallville and this to pop in, but welcome. First live stream that I was able to catch. Hell yeah, man. Hopefully we'll be wrapping up soon. It's almost dinner time. What's up, Swaggy? Either or. Oh, soundtrack or OST? That was the question before. Either or. Just because it's on my mind right now, Digimon. Digimon the movie. That's what I'm going with. Hell yeah. Might be a cop-out, but I'll go with it. Going with it. And this, Janine, I think clarified just now, is for X-Files episodes. I like horror and sci-fi. We could also do a little bit of a mix of both, actually. So, Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose is usually a classic top 10er. Don't need to know anything going into it. It's a standalone episode. It's got Peter Boyle in it. It's a lovely, lovely little episode. Iconic episode as well. So Clyde Bruckman's Final Repose. It is season 3, episode 4. Great episode. Ex-Cops is fun. It's a little more on the parody side. It's funnier. It's when things are a little wackier. X-Files goes the whole gamut. Like, there's a lot of different vibes that exist. Pure horror, pure drama, pure sci-fi, you know, pure thriller, murder, whatever, all the stuff. But some of them dabble in comedy, and there's some really good, fun episodes. Ex-Cops is a really fun episode, and it kind of skirts that line of horror. But it's a good episode. If you ever, it's just funny. It's shot like the show Cops, but it's Mulder and Scully, so it's fun. That is a good one. I forget which. I think I have an idea, but I don't want to be wrong. Ex-Cops is season 7, episode 12. Yeah, season 6 and 7 is kind of when things get a little wacky, a little zany, which you need it because it kind of gets kind of heavy here and there throughout those ones. Squeeze. Season 1, episode 3. Iconic episode. Brilliant. Let's go with Ice. Season 1, episode 8. I'm seeing a lot of season 1 episodes. There are also some that I just recently watched as well. Damn. I don't want to spend like all. I do. It's fun. Like, but I don't know if this is like viable for everybody else. But anyway, we're doing it. Let's just do this. I'm going to go through each season, and I'll just kind of pick out a couple here and there. Boop. So I think I gave enough from season 1. Ice, season 1, episode 8. Squeeze, season 1, episode 3. Beyond the Sea is really good because of Brad Dourif. I don't think you need to see anything to get into that episode. It's a standalone. It's kind of, it helps knowing Scully as a character though going into it. So if you're familiar with Scully's character, her history, her background, it's a phenomenal episode. One of my top 10 favorite episodes is season 1, episode 13. Those are, let's check season 2. Because I'm trying to give you a little bit of a balance. So far, it's mostly horror leaning here. Ooh. Season 2, episode 13, Irresistible. Season 2, episode 20. Humbug. Iconic episode. Like I said, Clive Bunker Final Repose. That's season 3, episode 4. Ooh. If you're enjoying Gen V, I talked about this episode in a couple of the reactions, but season 3, episode 17, Pusher, great episode. Funny episode, little sci-fi elements. It's not at all scary. Another top 10er, season 3, episode 20, Jose Chung's From Outer Space. No, I could just do this the entire stream. I'm taking up so much time. Anyway, you've started something. I will stop. I could keep going. And I feel bad. Ahsoka, that is. What was that about? So that was like the next one. If you want me to keep going, I'll keep going. Okay, I got you. Okay. See Carl. Oh, wait, here we go. Thinking I was gone. It means more worlds can grow. So to me, if you're a time traveler after Loki episode 6, like Dragon Ball, it just contributes to making more worlds. It's fair. I can't see Carl Urban as Johnny Cage. Me either. I mean, Anstar was right there, for fuck's sake. I don't see it either, but we'll see what happens. You think it's unfair men get to have no hips naturally? I don't know. I don't know if I would call it unfair. I don't know how it's... I mean, I guess it is inconvenient having hips, like for certain situations and like walking through crowds and whatnot, but I like me hips, man. So I don't know. I don't know. I think we need to acknowledge Kevin Kiner, man. That man made the show that much more awesome. Dude, yes. Kevin Kiner was just popping off with some amazing Star Wars music. For sure. X-Files episodes, I like horror. So that is, oh my god, yes, Anthony Starr would have been great. Perfect as Johnny Cage. Remember the Oculus from Legends of Tomorrow, Season 1? It was destroyed by Snart. It was controlling people's lives. Now without it, Barry is allowed to make Flashpoint timeline. I did forget about that. But I'm not purely having an issue with it being open-ended, but with it having story beats Season 1 focused on, didn't get a satisfying season conclusion even. See, that's fine. I get what you mean. It just, it didn't hit me that way. I can see it though. I can see it feeling like that way for most people, but I didn't bump into any issues. For Halloween, I'll be Wolverine, not because I have a costume, because I'll wear that Hugh Jackman wears in Final Battle of all 3 Wolverine movies. Hell yeah. Omni is Omni. Omni is Omni. If you're enjoying your One Piece journey, loving it so far. It's gonna be slow, but absolutely a roller coaster of emotions with an amazing interconnected world of characters unlike any show. Ichiro Oda is a goat writer. I can't wait to get further into it, man. I really, really can't. Who was or is your crushes in Mortal Kombat 1? Sindel, man. I have it hard for Sindel in that game, dude. Score. Oppenheimer. Oh my god. Oppenheimer. Good job. What the fuck? Wow. That's great. I was gonna say, what? Open the Heimer. The funniest moment from Crazy Stupid Love. Ooh. Damn, I don't know. I don't know, man. That's tough. I think it's hard, man. It might be when Marissa Tomei starts just like being very passive aggressive in their parent-teacher meeting. Oppenheimer. Opening the Heimer. Squeeze is the only one I truly remember. That and the family one with buried babies. Yeah, that's Home. That's the episode they only aired the one time on public television and then was banned after. Fellowship of the Ring and Nightmare Before Christmas are my favorite soundtracks. Both fantastic. Fantastic. I'll go jump in a well now. From Christopher Nolan comes a film you've never seen before. Non-similar, pure. Don't jump in a well without your bathing suit. We're getting all this down, Janine. Livestream will stay to rewind this. That is true. You will be able to go back and do that. Nothing beats Interstellar soundtrack. Maybe GBU? I'm not a huge fan. Interstellar is great, but the soundtrack never really stood out to me. What's up, Little Root? How you doing? First time here. Welcome. I like the Tron Legacy soundtrack. Oh, yeah. Tron Legacy has a really, really good soundtrack. I agree. I do have that one, too. I've been typing like a bad woman. Hey, if you want me to keep going, dropping suggestions, let me know. Or just, I don't know if you're in the Discord or not, message me in the, at me in the Discord in the X-Files channel, and I'll just dump a bunch in there. Save you some time typing, too. Darren is back. Trying to get to the end of the chat because it's almost dinner time. Omni likes hips. Omni likes a lot, but hips help. Hips are good. Probably sounds also as Aces. I really love the soundtracks for Pacific Rim. Still never seen it. Assassinations by Resident Evil 4. They're all different though. I don't know that second one at all. If you want to distract Omni, just mention X-Files. It is a very accurate and consistent technique. Oppenheimer. It's a very different movie altogether. Fortnite or Roblox? I've never in my life played Roblox, and nothing about it entices me at all. So I'd probably go with Fortnite. The release of Volume 2 of Ahsoka soundtrack, which I haven't listened to yet. Volume 1 is great. I'll have to check that out. Beyonce or Sasha Fierce? Who is Sasha Fierce? I'm so confused. I'm just getting pictures of Beyonce. What is happening? What's going on? Well, I'm so confused. Wait, are they the same thing? Same person? What the fuck? I'm so confused. All right. Beyonce. Fuck it. OmniFan soundtrack is Oppenheimer. No! Don't have a Discord, but maybe a post on Patreon. Sure. Or I could just keep going. You've reached the end of this chat. Tron soundtrack makes the movie good. Daft Punk killed it for no reason. Hell yeah, they did. Don't get the hate on the Ahsoka finale. I saw someone say that like this. It told the story it wanted to tell, and it told it well. It's clearly heading somewhere, unlike this. Nice little dig there. Yeah, you're not wrong. I think it did. I think it told the story it wanted to tell, and it told it well. I agree with that. For my Halloween, it's been Spider-Man, Dark Knight, Amazing Spider-Man 1, Blue Ninja, Finn, Black Panther, Pink Bunny, Mandalorian, Peacekeeper, and I have no idea for this year. Beyonce's alter ego. Okay, interesting. X-Files, cool. For that Smallville joke earlier. Yes, indeed. Hey, you wouldn't have half of the shit you have in Smallville if it wasn't for the X-Files. Hell, they literally, in season 1 of Smallville, used they used background tracks that were created for the X-Files for some of the one-off episodes. A lot of the audio was brought over. There was a couple of straight homages to actual scenes from the X-Files in a few episodes. Also, because they were filmed in the same place for the first half of their seasons, it was a lot of fun. There's a lot of familiar faces throughout, too. Lots of X-Files DNA in Smallville. Spooky season, the Batman soundtrack. Found your channel back when it was WandaVision episode 5. There's just something with your reaction. It's so good, and I stick around for your review. Oh, thank you, Yoda. Thank you so much for that. Your dinner time, my bedtime. As it were, time zones are a bitch. I'm also not hating on Ahsoka or its finale. I'm just a bit disappointed. Yeah, there's definitely a difference there. You know, disappointment is one thing, you know? Batman soundtrack was saved by Sean watching finals at Zombie Mary. Which I see in episode 8 was the one I just liked the least. Ahsoka's still insanely high highs. Agreed. They'll say Smallville. I say somebody save me. Sorry for that dig. I don't even dislike the sequels that much, but there's some clear problems with the communication between the teams. Oh no, like that is objective. Like there's like no matter how you feel about it, like if you are denying that, you're just blind. Like I don't know how else to say it. Like there are clear problems with everything to do with the way they executed that story. I can't even call it an arc because it's not. It wasn't. Like they didn't have a plan going into it. Like they've admitted it. It's on record. Like if you're saying otherwise, you're literally just in denial. Liking it's one thing, but they factually just fucking made it up as they went, and it didn't. It is what it is. But I agree. It's nice summer. Janine, you talking about Shaun of the Dead? I am. Unless that was your Friday night, maybe. What's up, Josh? How'd he never make any of these vids because of my work schedule? Currently working, but wanted to say what's up. Well, thank you for stopping in. I hope your work day is going not too bad. I hope it's going smoothly. And thanks for popping in regardless. Hopefully I'm not going to get you in trouble. Maybe it's your break or something. The sequels were clearly planned out perfectly. Eyes, pink heart shape. Also spitting facts. Also excited with your Shield adventure. First show after the Avatar universe, and it only gets better with time. Very happy to see people getting into it nowadays. It's the best Marvel show. I hear that a lot. Have you heard of Totally Killer? And if so, do you think you'll react to it? I've been seeing it pop up here and there, but I don't know anything about it. I've just seen like the cover art here and there. I've not seen anybody talk about it. Had no idea it even existed, so I don't know. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is my second favorite Marvel show, just behind Daredevil. See, I'm caught up with the chat. It's not even loading up in StreamYard yet. Here you are, right behind Daredevil. So easy. So excited to see you continue Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Just finished season 1, but I haven't continued. Hell yeah. Nothing can match Daredevil for me, says Noober. For me, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is probably the best, but Daredevil is my favorite. I mean, where I'm at right now, I don't think any Marvel show tops Daredevil. As of yet. And that's where I'm at. But, yeah. We're at the end of the chat, guys. Hope you all enjoyed. I'm going to go get some dinner. I got a fuck ton of stuff to record tonight, or at least to try to record tonight. So I'm going to try to get that all done. I will say, catch this real quick from Ginger Yeek. Sequels, Poe Dameron is the main reason I watched them, because Oscar Isaac, yum. Hey, he was one of my favorite parts of that. I think the cast was overall great. It's just the story had some connective issues for me that just made it all hard to get sucked into it all. I love the cast. I just wish we had more of them all together at the end of the day. But that's a conversation for another time. But guys, thanks for tuning in. Hope you had fun, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Enjoy your Saturday evening, morning, whatever.